So if you go and cast your ballot mistakenly, when you come back, you live with your choice. Tanemi wachachia ovo ike mi huese viento ame deha o wa. Eye jidudu eso ame ike mi tia jisia. Lewogbo fi ike nele. I know that sometimes you are the people in the community and you know what you want. Most often, some people will say, as for them, you ko bube anyona mia yo ogbolona. Ke wento de nukae bube yenye kuhia keke wa me vepeko. Ike anoji ele jiji now ele o jiji ho 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 egale o jiji basene egbe onye nude ike nenye be ekpo nenye be ga se nko alo nenye be ega domoda eve now vevie be tanu ko metro asele nkpo wa tanu ke galela enu wa me vepele o constituency bi atanwana mi ase gome ndike bele jome le ezie hohome a nyowenye nu yomi jibe ne na ale nkudo nami nyamato atinde kejio wento ele wonu tome ele wa meti antome alo wa koda ntome eye nya woku hiwo ga ke ndi ya me veja komile mokpo nabe ne na naminya other institutions where offer various surveys in some parts of the country. You would just in the cavedo be dumevio generally okoko fofure mi apete no be mi ape didi vevio be wan yo wenye kuhiao mi di bene wa adodo na mi kele mi apa kodanto mede le wa kodanto me le wa metianto me in your constituency. What is that tool? I'm just giving the opportunity for us to mention two each. Enyebe eyove, amreche ayove. Me, and then we get to know that these are the very things edive viebe newa atro asile wonu le constituency a wome nami enyebe monu popo su ameyo katanya le ticket ajinya le hovlim kwa newa awona miafe ametia alo akoda notwa wome kapo jesia wole vuvum eye mia ase wonko nekwa sebe enyanu yenye wokuhi le wonto wonu tome amere ha anya kuhi oto wato vuvufa la be eya ekwa sebe nye kuhi ikene dibe ne wa adodo atwa me kpelemi ndia 0247 900 764 kwa kpele 0203 766 500. Miape Yola Gbanto Lafi. Hello, good morning.
Sister Dijo.
Yes.
Anwaka.
Eke.
Nyawele Doji.
Yo, miauche.
Yo, le bonyeri. Anu Gbanto ike majibe le edukwe ja somade si ke bo so se mi ogun so afa umo.
Okay.
Ala ban so mo mami da gba Sister Jo o mblan. Na gbonyi na mepete lu lenye fem. Ita ingene Gbanto le nyanya egbonye.
Okay. Veliade.
Velianya bypass lo to so called three. Kakawa do titiri mu a. Ala boja agba omomo gbobo na fu go finala. O mo agaba no ni aduma tomu. Maga ko ka ko ti fa ma ju be ju ma na ne to no nya ba. Fu gada ti ko to ganga do fa na yima sa amede. Wa do ba kaka. O ya ko o wa loka. O fa na ka olon. Alo wa na be ajutina. De do ko wona kuna de ofu mo no bona de una na. Ala ba nso de ba ya atinja ha fo ku covid. Da nyanya na ko bo mana ma to ji mana nyanya olu. Ko da gbo no ko mi ma gbo. Akpa bonyo pe nyama adone deji.
Akpa edo aye ji for my claim in that pebe wevu floor na mi ndike mi le just say demo han eka wekpo eke ya copy melemo where you find yourself but the issue you think should be addressed in earnest that you share that with us mia ase ohato le nui nyajibe newa awo vevien. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Sajijo.
Yes.
Okay, we don't do any salatu when talking.
Me where?
And you for come like
you.
But and you boy mostly at the mele, yeah, you forget the way to the central. even though me and to private work so watch her. Me mo ko am ke here do the center the greater let create employment avenue me you for education.
Employment de letter me now potia.
Never to active the camera time of that. After Robin skills, after no maybe Tafache like the school or the school like the school, Budola Avenue, Delewa, to a point to act as a looking around in town. No whatever me call it. Avelia security na all me have who do me the better of center home municipality la ever put the enemy. Security, those are three important things to me.
Okay. What about the security for Komla?
Because no one could want Tafache. Never America of feel allo Ujagua. I'm your matter a Povito for Camilla for Tafache Miano Benula Bonuba Kwame. My eligible. And it is becoming and becoming.
All right. I get it.
Many of Melo for Biaga, concerning the Kukana Water Company, sorry. No meno tutti kola no de fanemi otuti talk about fiam ka up to this morning na nyamfi ne makoti le alle fi ayi de dom otuti le banko gba ke gbele fe nto me e wa de me achime toto.
Okay, yo for come like pe yo Ghana Water Company e be gba ke gbele fe achime dodo na yo. I forgot just yesterday night and this morning. Kemia Mede will be like, you okay here 2 weeks, okay, you make a poaching for you know wale, but anyway, we need water to be flowing in our taps, okay? That mean the cuckoo, I may you pete honya tuchi da kwa. Miza mon kwok ebi dog with a feto semevo. Like Ghana Water Company Limited. Mitro asile no na chizala. Hello, good morning.
How you doing?
Papa.
I'm okay.
Very quick.
You well doing?
Me ache.
And you know say number problem jiru re he alo ni pe jiru ba ji a. Okay, ma jibe na wana mba nye be me yo sector pete al what walen kunu ya be se on. Sector pete hele mi guide ya.
Me me afa constituencies ja ko ya me limited do.
Ya won mi ko le.
Yeah, constituency o ja ko.
Da ka ya te hiya be.
Ake constituency enye focus egbe.
Okay, me jibe mi afa monya o. Monya wele vivire na me ye ni be ni fe je he ba ji a. Ma len kunu be Volta region ni pe constituency. E ache akpo e pe feshie. E ye no kwevo a. Aga jibe ne len kure police ki to he no emoji. Emo police o fe mo ele be no kpogbo be vu de sia de he vai ne mistake de le mu wa ko sa ko pole 10 series 20 series ma wa ele be no choji. E no wan naga de kura ele be receipt enoji. E ne receipt le dia wa choga ma ko wa kontane jiru do ko so mi akpoga ko wa ngogbe yi do. Inu ma ko nyanyi nyepe ngogbe e go mega. Yeti mi la choga here study jo. Dan hiya be nyati mi ko me be share. Nyama ko la sinye mago be nelen kure
akpe efo aga kwa mereche akpe ya che mi ole do enu ameve mi me ko yire duko pakpasi akpa o mi anto gbolo mi lebe lewo akodalo ameti anto me nuka ne dive vien be na jidudu hesu ameike metiazi wa wonami menye waga waste time le unkra lo. Hello, good morning. Papa. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Isaac Papa, I don't call you, sir. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Okay. Merekwata wangu atroyo mawabe eka mele nyimele unko sebo. Ta wabe ka mele miaji do tatangu atroyo fan 0203766500 bakple 0247900764. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Jijo.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Jijo. Echo original Michael Rekadi.
Okay. I don't know. Merekumia aga I try empty and I also work on the telecell. I Nemia akpoda be kuhika edomoda. Nemi dredo for nemia ahoyo yola kpama 0247 900-764. I could tell us a be issue videva tanemia ayo the empty and taflache. I came here no sito throw womle telecell line me at the one agere ya valaji. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Sister Jijo.
Yes.
Echo no view original Michael de Ekadi.
Yo.
Nyawele edowale nyafe kuri homele fimi.
Yo.
Enyefe MP. Nuke ke maji benenye be oyi se watakoko me wa ne nyawe. Who central tole fi alo wa ne nye who central vile fi enye be one. Jijo.
Yes.
Na nyanyo be MP la edochovie. Ne wako enyawe represent nyabe pele nto meka tonyebe no gbova so to kokoko me gbova me agtumela ne make sure be yo do pete nu keke iji le parliament la ni apete ni ase because the government never MP we are in parliament la mi ga se na nu ke we ke jo le parliament ni o mi ga nya ne ka wi ayin nimbo ta matibe no vala never na me the first hand information ba I be look makati be MP ne wonye be neza efe pepe ne be honorable yes nyenye ne antole ire aglegedeme ne ante aglegedeme la ananya o you for na gere aglegedeme the biggest employer in this world tare ne be o to ya aglegedeme ke ko motivate nya o you for la ni o ke ni anu ni o te nya gere aglegedeme pe wa to anu ne be te ne fa fa me Uwa bomi ako fi never put odowe. Alebe nenebe agbede de kini ko ina le constituency kile atisla aya to ke ga sa epe nsema onu abunye akoko machines weneni akoko fertilizer kuno viowe akopure ni autome benya to ayi ngogbe le mi afe constituency ewe kanebe mi fe MP chaguji senye onu abokodo a nu mawe ya madibe ne wa ba wa menya be awe le education cycle matibe no wa no se ne wona me education site we be agbejeje ato hanu anita elu mawe matibe na oyi no ipa me no gbo na wa ni tanu ma yenye enya original Michael Gigi.
Okay.
Good morning my sister.
Good morning. And one me popole nya gbledede ble town hall meeting no one no AGM let developmental issues way in our constituencies. So hello, good morning.
Morning, Sister Jijo.
Hello, good morning.
Morning,
All
morning,
right, so we're MTN. We're having issue with a little challenge with the telecell. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Sister Jijo.
Auntie Jijo.
Mami.
Wele dojiro.
Yo, Dada Mary.
Dada Mary ke chakose gaja.
Yo, Dada Mary let's say na mia.
Miao abemi akwefe to une MPO yin. Egbe mi gbo wa va wa campaign ako ameke we do do wa powe. To isa ma se de kenko ko captain anfodo eya epia ya fadu gbene duko.
Okay.
Tipo nya chede no pobo ne mi pe ni apeti nyawe. Etinyal vivi de nami. Wele doji.
Akpekaka Dada Mary me hwesebe LSSende mi dakpena akwefe toko akwefe gaja ple akwefe pe nuto opete yonya le toji ndike kwa mi hogbe dona meto he cho gbonye. Hello, good morning.
Like sister mi phone ma.
Me for sende mi agbochede.
Do ti me pe ti to do gbe no.
Me hwe na ola.
Ejo be tele won concern.
Akpena o.
Be o be e se no gbedegbe. Yo, nya ma jiji ben nya MP bu na to cha sa gbebe no ga amanbebe o ga ka fofuma. Ado e ma jiji ga ba ado re wo. E de dam. De nya man to nya ma gbede pele adudu ma moji ba fia kofa.
Yeah.
E de dam na do moto. Ma jibe dam yo da nye velero plan amo for machine ba ma ndre ko dara ni ba ko no irrigation na pedima agbledede o di du viro le mi agbo la fia ajo dinaba odun se wi ato e ko dede na subonamo na mo vanua na ga de pe owu la to e ko ga ba de pe kwa na Depuis ma bedelaho tan ko jijo. Yi adoba bla fetri numa ma ba si manami. Abana ga fo mo do a nku khona si. Tamla ku de belo ga teruri. Na donse o black to ga ko queen. Kuna ko ba ano yi vivi kaga kwa. Eko edroma. Bla mi abla de nyawa o donse mi ba o fertilizer. Buy one get one free. Emi pere kokora ka kokora menji o jinji o toro kwa ya ko enye kala sinye ba ba ko stu aba no sia no le tojo sindia ba dam le be pire na ele ni la bra de vivi kwa ya fu ko no acho akpelo
yo akpeka ka be gere kaji na me le vere e ke hechie o wa bedo cho ene a bli yo la gbeleji ne me po ni me le bli gbele doga ke ne me po lo le echi yo le chi bia le chi dia enyende ike defunampa. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Tayo.
Yes.
For that.
Me force send you chedi.
Yo, apena ma kwa zuta bareka.
Yo.
NTK hima foot na fi kwenye be. Ya no le gadi beni yo chafi. E ke mi ho la futa. E yo ho gale di beni yo chafi la o me le gakola. No have NTK have some avenue for them. They will have one hour financial support with low interest. Ne chole the whole fine the payment. A moment no crown. A moment you no wa kwa blajo mankani aglemenuko avadra la fine. Yawele mi agofo yawele mi afidi o yawo ma no ma no agbede manu agbo. Da madibe NPK he avavifia ne lobby. E wa to awo mo be mi ano wa to anzo mo ma bobode ava tafi agbo ire ope no be mi ano vi o di be ni o srodo kake neka e gamelo wa ko srodo tamadi be enti ne vavisia they have some plans for me young ladies who play into be what to have nka hair dryer machines other equipment. They want to support we. They want to support our. They want to go to UG. Bereka. Apena.
Okay. Mi nyamia fe kuhio le mi afe nuto mea. Nenyebe mi do amao de se watakpe fe mele efe afa koda davo megbele nuka we nye mi afe didi. Mi afe hahia. Mi afe kuhio le mi afe koda nto me ve vien yike mi adibe wa wasi totro le wonguna mi nenyebe jidudu esu.
Hello, Mama Jijo.
Hello. Yes, for Martin.
Madam, enwake.
Merekwekelo.
O echo pe emere declare honorable eka o be very interesting o efonu ntoro.
Okay.
Aha, enye mi ke ma ti be nya fe MP ne wona mi nya fe podu me mo kata kele ho ntu ma betela e ya ko me di no wona mi.
All right.
Podu me mo welu. Ne mu bude ke podu me mo fe te no wona mi sisi ola ko de MP ntogbo. Ni ke wo mi ya. E ti abe o fe people manifest okay ko bana ni dike ya. Da ele ko le ya play na we mi am yo ke yo le ke po nya no fofo vie to mi abe development ya un akpe o le doji
ne mi yo foko ma agbugba phone funa mi akpe
ke na mi dike lo ga ke pole ke na no pu dike da ti me nya do iko wa na mi ro kan fo mo no ko do be na ni yon to be che do na mi me tele do yo o fi ke ni jan do a akpe o le doji
format yo akpe format e kare jibe metele no we yo wa yo nye mi afa ku hiwo wa do dele gbogbo na be yanto menya nu yo nye mi afa ku hiwo le mi afa nu to vovo me wa nu ka nye wo ku hile nu to me ke menye ko le gbogbo lo ele sesolo ke wo nto ne da wo nkudi wo nto ne le yiyi ekpo wonto enya hohoho onye fefe sese now nu ka wenye kuhia wo adibe ne wa wona mi opete le mi afa koda nto vovo me ne nye be monu popo hesu ameike anno mi afa nu to o menu. Hello, good morning.
Hi, morning.
Yeah.
Madam.
Sir.
Safaji choso me dam ya.
Okay.
En gban to ke bebe ti bi e to na nyi anya jaje nyenye. Ne galasi we odomo na we o wa nu si anu ke gbowe fodi e ja be ajedo anu kukure gbe si agbegbe mi aku
ta ele se wata gbe me yila po jaje nyenye agbo
eya le ta pepe me no la ko jaje nyenye nya go leke wa kokko boy okay ameke anya se o ta pepe me no la o pa kala me keke anya mo mesia o ka tan wa no ati la sime ame yo ka tan ke nye jaje nyenye ta ji pola pa klo wa wo do adu a me sure be ni afa nu to me wa ya na yi ge boa ya yo nu to me sia o ka tan fufu agbolo na obena tiziela eleba mesia mene wodobe ebenu to mene no jaje na mereke mega ko bola ko kude gotamo never wanu ko do plito we dare goto gao mama nenye be mi le jaje nyenye mere mi anu agbedidilo enya ya enu kata anyu le du come nusia nu ayide dodonu na medele nu dale fi like krake tubatu plito kata le jajere eva ple gademe atan va ple nu du le gwa ta enye akpa ganto enye bebe to ko ya enye jaje enye ple la meseme no no le la meseme watan wa nu
all right akpa for sefaji me say jaje yenye to vevento point noted thank you hello good morning
agben woka sister
hello magbola be mi afa telephone line and there's a challenge that na yom to gia melenkonye sego abale ike hemele hello glomene ta mere kuku atwa ayo MTN number nye 0247 900 764 emia da sele telesela no gbo ya be ku hevede edomoda ta flache melegbe pande de menya bele se melegbe globe ne le nye yo le 0203 jide ye mele nko wese gbo ta yom le 0247 aji 900 ne mi anto mi adejesi mi afe kuhio mi nyao nu ka oji mi lebe no wana mi nka onye mi afe kuhio le mi afe nu to vovo a o me hello yeah morning
ya wele bozi
miao chelo
yanki banku
yo mekuma nyanko
nko de
ma wenye ga okay
fɛnɛ tɔci na mɛsia i kunya mɛ gaba na tɔci alu ma di question kure ko bonye na kare kure abali ta da tutu jenale mi abe ani gugu alo ya ben galau ali ta da tutu jenale moji pinto mo ikebe nan kare kure na le ga premi ne be chai ke tanga fnia ikatanga fona ifo becha ezi la yomba mi yoma no mi tanga fa ile na ma nto uba akpeza de chizane de di abatu va de leja no tanga fa fama yo pobe viuda
Meku line me mele koko na mi tutu mele I'm straining my ears so much me ase wonko tamereku na headphone e dale wo fenu gbo video ya reposition do kiwe mi ase nko ase nya mepe koko yo mi ga se nko wake for my wenye ga okay ta flache ahia be ma adewede ne na agbugbo atroyomi ejenya agome be bia bia le jaje nyenye fenya oga ke memele kokko tutu ike maton ase ana ndodo nwento tamre kugbo wa totro vide kwa agbugbo ayomi fan 0247900764 let's try the 0203 now 766-500 and see if it will work this time. But Merkumi Atawayo telesela zo ike 0203-766-500. Mi akpobe awo dozon ha. MC na hale klalo. Ta miele mi ape nukpokpo alo didi vevio nye ngoyido miele jijim. Minyao menya yo le gbogboro mi le seso ga ke yi mi anto minya be wenye kuhia o le mi ape nu to me yo wenye ka wo be mi jibe ne wa wona mi le dumejume le ho central le ho west la goti me le fisi afi kenya le todom le ka wenye enuo le wonu popo nu edeje si dare ho ika zamonu popo ya ako adegbolo. Hello, good morning. Hello. Miano fike la pa ya.
Man call sir.
All right. We still have the issue still persisting. Taflache. 0247900764. Please, Merekuku, your MTN number here. Taflache. Nemia Asenko. Nemia Doje. Kudemia Ntomia Pentume Unti. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Daddy Joleke Enwaka.
Merekweke.
Ahono Viagba, do Chogo to Rekadi.
You.
Daddy Jo.
Papa.
Akpede Enyene Dare Anita. Ma global agochime Jofin Tuoma. Banto Tomejive Nawa Awon Miafe Etinyao. Ale Wukuchi Acholo Ajidumo Uvado Adapuli. No jagba ikebe wa akokove agochime Jofin Tuoma na ela be mi le efupona etinyao le Tuoma akpa. Yenye nyepe enyave vinto evelia be village ado galenia fe Tuoma life ma eduna na fe tefomo udumotodu so ma abiabe wa ajagba ikebe life adina na fe amumu hagbo so abalike ejijim sisio ho le egumo pom le ema ho wa apu egumo la nyakata Ghana tomi enye dajijo nye fe enyave vinto le ntoto bubu ugalia take echinya kun nye fe enyakun
akpe kakaka fo agbadrobe egedemia ji echinya ple electrification jo heheva ikope vivia ome mia senko le mia pe nuto ome mia pe nuto ome vovo awo ke mia le todom global 105.1 le alo le mia pom le Facebook in your constituency. What exactly do you want is the issue, or are the issues you would want to be addressed in earnest? Okay. Because earnest they call it pe. Benemonu kwakwa heswa miesi magadra for da nyigba too much. Nu yi wo mi jibe na wona mienye ya be yo wenye miomi afe kuhiwo. Ya mele mi abiam sebe kuhia ole mi afe ntoa me wode yo wenye kao. Hello, good morning.
Enwaka sisa.
Merekweke.
Awela doji.
Oha, wele doji.
Akponi anye nkpokpo chinwa aro nyebe nyanya chinwe nyebe MPO mudomo kabunwa duklola wekana la jiji kiro nato dukome vi onoli do be yo pa momo nyore duklola more otensane kaba viento nyaba adufia adeo no fonwa adana dukola gbo kabanto
togodo makpa ewo kele we whole central constituency nuka enye jeside inye kuhi ke ne de jesibe ne wa awona owe akodala le whole central constituency
nyanya bajiji ke madana kone amajina ba ngoido nefa ne madako na duklola magbeni ba nya machana nya pa mo manyana suku khoi ko tuna review ashi ke hava otuo kaka anya ba adufia de wona ba ava ko ava grona duklola ba no kafumba odo munto
yo akpe all the time omenona enya gbere. You're always far away from the issue. I don't know whether you are being intentional about it or the menyao apele wow. Un babia le mi le undo mi obete mi le mejro yinye ngo inyao ta wo han le do ki o tome yike wo devleke chule nu egba akpomo nu popo le December 7 to ma wa menu veve me wa le da data akpon kekia egbe ndikede mega ijiji fere kolo mi le mi anto mi afenu to me fia le mi le gbogbo be ku hire ke me le mi afenu to me wa ne mi afen pio no yi no la mline lo alo. Hello, good morning.
Sister John, we give my father carry. Mi adenye nonyo denye aboda ya ma denye fima.
Okay.
Damagena to buto chasa the vegetable echinyo na funa over the dam nemi o ha. No over the dam nemi la mi ate akpo omo watensia adagbele fima. Da no fi okoto wocho pote fi wa sanya ke goma mata dama yana aboda ke to. When a buto at the Vega Pumpo, making a pub among Popole, I was most of Funtomaqua, about that told here dam, that put them a Majuma Vogaka, actually from left Metamavaluta, to the first Duma, no Quenamulu Aqua.
You akpa for Maclean, Begwog, I get him yaji. Yako na consider fee. Thank you. We'll end the call segment here on the speak out segment. Me that when I'm your laupete. So all our callers this morning have identified road. We have how many people talking about road, how to apply, and then the bypass Soko de Tetrenu, and then we have job, another road, security, another security, and we have town hall meeting, we have farming, we have water, we have road, electrification, financial assistance. We have another road here. So road is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, just 4. And the town hall meetings, only one person who have identified. Is that a developmental issue? Anyway, that's a concern. It's necessary. It's a necessary evil. And then we have security. Okay. The kaya obega hohole emoji. I don't know how that one is a security issue. Now and then we have farming. The car we have also dam, fertilizers. So an apprenticeship. So that is it, rural electrification. So these are the issues we have identified from Ho Central and also Agotime as your pay. Benewa, if the one you are going to vote for come December 7, 2024, Benewa represents well. Nenyebe mon kwakwo suesi wakponu vile akova awa totro lemyafenu tomewa. These are the things you have mentioned this morning. You when you me yon dia benewa was it totally won't. Well, okay. Yes, oh, thank you for sharing with us. We'll take it forward, and then we'll find out what exactly is supposed to be done. Akwe be mi mam ya fe kuhiu kule mindi ya mi fe wana la mesen do la ole mi ado mendike wafia enumi kule mi fe la meseme no nya honti. The show is streaming live on Facebook, Global 105.1, as well as YouTube, Global 105.1. Share with us. We're always glad to hear from you. I have with me for the health leave segment George Botti from the Home Municipal Hospital. And today is World Diabetes Day. It says every 14th day of the 11th month. It's World Diabetes Day. So yesterday we started a discussion on it from our health personnel from the whole teaching hospital. So today we'll focus on type 2 diabetics. What is there to know? George will share with us. Good morning, George. How are you doing?
Good morning, madam. I'm fine.
Fine. I'm fine as well.
Thank God.
Okay. So this morning, diabetes type 2. Tell us what is diabetes type 2.
Okay, so
Diabetes type 2 is a chronic condition that affect the way the blood processes blood sugar, that's glucose, in our body to help us live normally and get more sugar to work with.
Okay.
It's the most common form of diabetes, you know. Okay, so in general, when we talk of diabetes, we are simply saying, let me try to make it in a layman's understanding. Basically, when we eat, our foods are broken down into sugar, or what we call glucose.
Yeah.
And then when that breakdown takes place, the glucose goes into the bloodstream. And from the bloodstream, is supposed to go into the tissues for growth. That's what the cells need to grow for your daily activities, for your energy and stuffs. Now, when the glucose now remains in the blood, instead of moving from the blood into the tissues, then when your blood sugar is measured, it will rise. So when it is consistently up above 7.0 millimole per liter, then we say you are diabetic. So that's in general what diabetes is now. So it's now been classified into type 1, type 2, and probably type 1.5. So when we say type 2, we are talking about the diabetes condition that non-insulin dependent, and it usually come through our lifestyles.
Okay.
Yes.
That's the type 2.
That's the type 2.
Our lifestyle.
Yes, most lifestyles such as obesity, sedentary lifestyle, smoking, alcoholism, excess intake of sugar, of weight, lack of exercise. Yes, those things can bring us into that.
Type 2 diabetics.
Yes, please.
Okay. Is it preventable?
Yes.
Is it curable?
It's not curable. It's a condition that you can effectively manage. So first of all, it is preventable in the sense that, for example, the things that I've mentioned, they are things that you can modify. You can work on your weight. You can inculcate exercise into your daily routine. You can reduce the intake of alcohol, or to a large extent stop. You can actually stop smoking.
Okay.
Right. So these are things that you can do. And when you do them effectively, it will not come at the first place. But if it comes, then you will have to manage it.
Okay.
Yes, because the whole thing about diabetes is, today I don't want to go too much medical. I want to really break it down too. So in our body are organs, and one of the organs that helps in this work is pancreas. So the job of the pancreas is to secrete insulin, or to produce insulin. And that insulin helps in moving the sugar from the blood into the tissues. So in situations where the insulin production becomes low in you, then type 2 is coming in.
Okay.
Right. And the things that I've mentioned before can actually make the production to reduce, or can make your you to be insulin resistance to come in, where the insulin that the body produces is not being responsive very well, to put it that way. So if you're becoming too obese and you are putting a lot of sugary substance into your body, so for example, let's say that your insulin, the body produces about 50 units of insulin in a day, and then your intake of sugar is about 200 units. Okay, now you say, so when the insulin takes the 50 out of the 200, it's left with 150.
Okay.
You have a sedentary lifestyle. You don't exercise, nothing to burn the calories in the system. So all those things are sitting there. It keeps over and over again. As you age, the condition shows up.
Okay, so this one is not found among children, the type 2.
No, the type 1 is the one that is really found among children. That one is autoimmune, where the body destroys the cells of the pancreas. So that one is not your cause. It's autoimmune.
Okay.
So it's just like the way they can give birth to somebody with a deformity. And maybe that, just try to make you understand what I'm talking about. Maybe a finger is not well developed.
Yeah.
That's the same way the pancreas can have an issue.
Okay.
or there's the body attacks the cells on the pancreas and there's no production of insulin at all.
I see.
So that is type 1. So that one can be found in children. But the type 2 is usually found in adults. People
40 and above.
good.
Okay.
Good. And that's why you're getting to the peak. A lot of things are beginning to reduce. Your body metabolism is going down and your lifestyle is taking much of you. You eat a lot of junks, you don't do any exercise, you move from an AC house into an AC car, into an AC office, back to an AC house, and that's the cycle.
That's the luxury lifestyle.
That okay, fine. That's the luxury life. And stress can also bring type 2.
Stress.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because one, we say when you don't have enough rest and your stress rate is increasing day by day, it affects hormonal activities in your body, and insulin is a hormone. So if the hormonal activities are being affected, and at the long run affects the insulin production, and the production becomes lower, then there is nothing to move the glucose from the blood into the tissues.
Okay. All right. So we are here this morning creating awareness on diabetes type 2, because that's the purpose of the day. Today marks World Diabetes Day, so we're educating our listeners, we're educating our viewers how to take good care of yourselves, okay, to prevent diabetes type 2, or if already have been diagnosed, then how do we help ourselves then in actively managing
Good.
it?
Yeah.
How do we go about it?
Well, yes. So as I said, in if you are not yet in, well, how will you know you are not in? So today is World Diabetes Day, and we are inviting the entire community, the public, to Home Municipal Hospital, where we are having the celebration. Screenings are ongoing. So as I'm speaking right now, you can start taking your bath and board the next available taxi or can do to Home Municipal Hospital. We have a well furnished diabetic unit at the hospital where we see to this thing. So you get to know if you have when you come and you are screened or you get tested. So you come there, we check your fasting blood sugar, your random blood sugar, and we compare it with the values. So when you have something between 3.5 to 5.9, we say you are okay. Then that's you are non-diabetic. And then from
3.5
yeah
to 5.9.
yeah
Okay.
yeah then we say that you are non-diabetic. So and then from 6.0 to 6.9, we say you are pre-diabetes, you are on the borderline. And that's where you have to start taking caution and be mindful of what you do. So especially when it comes to issues of diet, I want to stress that a little bit before I go. Our diet is really playing a major role in the conditions we are getting ourselves into. The way we eat and what we
I
eat.
say the way we eat, what we eat. Okay, so the way we eat, as in we're not eating on time, we're eating too much, or we are not eating balanced diet.
So as okay, fine. So we're not eating balanced diets, and the timing of the eating also counts. Eating late at night is very bad. Very bad.
Not if I'm hungry.
The way you're smiling, it looks like.
Oh no! I'm not a victim.
Okay, you're not a victim. Okay,
No,
that's
I'm
fine.
not.
So, what if you're hungry? So you see, what you train the body with over time, you get used to it.
Okay, I get it.
Over time, you get used to it. You at 10 o'clock, you're eating banku. Banku.
I want to be able to sleep.
3
well.
balls of kinky. 2 balls of 9, 10 p.m. Right? And the moment you are done, you are off to bed. I mean, digestion is slow.
Okay.
Everything piles up in the blood. You are not even using it. You sleep, you wake up in the morning, the hustle continues. And year 1, year 2, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, it's spanning. And one day you wake up at 40, then boom, your diabetes, a family which is have come in. I mean, notwithstanding the spiritual dimensions people may have, not undermining it, but I'm saying that there are things that when we pay particular attention to, many of these conditions are avoidable. You can actually do away with them.
Okay.
Especially when we are talking about type 2, which is mostly lifestyle and genetics.
So the timing of our meals.
Yes, and then the contents of our meal. People like a lot of sugary substances. It's too much of sugary things is not good, because basically everything we eat, when it breaks down, it becomes glucose.
Alright.
So someone is there, you can drink 1.5 liter of Coke, 3 bottles in a day. 2 bottles
They'll be
in a day.
Because if some people, when they are eating something like rice, anything in that category without something beside it, it doesn't go well.
Really, drink water. Water is okay.
Okay.
I mean, it's the excess is what the problem is, where it becomes a consistent pattern in your life. Every day you are one Coke, like Fanta, like, not against any brand. I mean, there's nothing wrong with drinking it, but when it's not in moderations, you don't look at it, it becomes a pattern consistently. Too much of sugary substances, it doesn't help. When some people are coming to drink Milo, they add Milo after Milo, sugar, and the thing is not
so
sugary on it, sweet on their tongue. They don't actually feel like many of you that no, it's
unless you add the sugar,
and no, it doesn't help.
I get it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Ta me penya slo nyima me kokova na me egbe diabetes type 2. Me ale for them me afa agbeno no wo nti vevie yenye me afa etanya ndike at one get a home municipal hospital ato dodokpo wana ike wode to me college si dem egbe nkekia na anya where blood sugar level. Okay, then anya open no me na zode dodo no tutu akwa vredo kyota. Akpe, thank you George for coming and educating us and reminding us. Sometimes we've heard some of these things before, but complying is the issue. Okay, thank you. We hope to see you some other time. All right, okay, so you say you don't take sugar, you get it. All right, thank you, Francis, for watching. I hope you're doing well. We take a breather here. When we come back, we'll bring you the rest of our segment and conversation. Stay tuned. Next segment on the show. This is the Global Morning Show. Remember, we are always streaming live on Facebook. Please share the link with your friends in your groups and on other platforms for they also to be a part of this conversation. Ame yo katape radio daka ogale mi agbola fikwa. Mi da akpena mi de mi ape tododo wota. Mi ahe wana pe akpa ya ikenye the news and views segment. Afike mi akpolo mi gayi de nyajonglo pao ade chakple mi kple nujojo yo kata ho de jesi dara kwa mi ahe wa vena mi le mi ape wana ji le gapofo vevi yame. Mi no mi agbo ne mi ahe akpa ya va avena mi. do at COP, or someone wants to say COP29, far away in Azerbaijan. Yes, Azerbaijan. That is where our president is. And a lot of things he has touched on. And we want to look at planting of trees. It's a 50 million trees planted. And we have about 721,000 hectares. And then the electric vehicle policy. Okay, so it was a promise from the vice president that before this year ends, we're going to take delivery of some electric buses.
It's already in the system.
From the vice president? Okay. So that promise has been fulfilled, according to our board this morning. And then the president touched on climate change, which is affecting us right here in Ghana greatly. It's impacting our farm, our coastlines, our communities, rising temperature. Just imagine, I don't know if you were able to sleep without your fan on, and then, you're working under the sun, you are like, what is happening? So that's all we meant when we are talking about climate change. A lot is involved. Be neiwa ahumi emia ahanukwa yache eganye one of the impacts of the climate change. Miape etope dodo coastal the tidal waves you merely experiencing glaciers where the glaciers are melting. You can nabe miape chiyo, so there is a rise. Let miape chiyo and one lefun. Okay, yenye climate change, but I think enough of the speeches, just as the president said, he's a grandfather, he's a father. What kind of world are they going to leave behind for the children? The policy makers now and the implementers, I don't want to even say the world, but I want to touch on Ghana, because every now and then we are receiving funds. We are talking about carbon credits. We are talking about green economy. We are talking about a whole lot of things. It came here called add the emission that gas emission by 26, according to the president, 64 million tons. No, added. Okay, let me away already. Charge I'm 100 cities a month today. Emission levy, but it depends there. And we care while I love was on like 100 cities charges never. All right. Ta miapenya salao yenye COP 29 yo ya ni ta onya yikwa ya mepenya okoye ya mepenya okoye yenye mi tro gbode ele mi vai implement na enu yo mi va agbanlen yo mi va dasiete, because we are always quick to sign. Let me body, me never know implement. Welcome to the news and view segment. Frank, how are you doing?
I am fine, and you?
Oh my God, what did I
want? Go to Azerbaijan.
What do we got?
Azerbaijan.
Hey. Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan. Miaology. Mia efugeto mia doa.
Hola. Pega va toto engale tabela bia fega sena.
Yo miaology kakagalo miala la ya menya ogbolo.
Azerbaijan.
Yo nebe mia president me do ati 15 million.
50. So what is funny now? 50 million trees.
50 million. Yeah, you maybe 15. 50.
50 million.
I see already.
Imagine what for my power.
I tears were bringing the direct beba. Honestly, jokes apart.
Do you know the various places the streets have been
planted?
Go to barracks. Yes, go to barracks after work.
Barracks represent the whole of Hotel Regina. Barracks represent the whole of Ghana.
You go to.
No, Charlie. You see, I'm happy you said I'm a grandfather. Seriously, you know I'm a grandfather. I am. What kind of world I'm coming to live for my children, my generations. And I cannot imagine.
We'll have a new world and a new earth.
Thank God, yes, we never had. I cannot imagine my president went to stand on a pulpit of a world program, read beautiful speeches without touching Galamsey. He has forgotten that he has masterminded, he has led the fight to destroy our virgin forest.
How would you say that?
He has passed an LI. He signed to it.
The
bill
six for
yes.
6224.
All of them. He has passed a bill for people to go and mine in our forest, to destroy our forest, to destroy our water bodies. How are you sure that pure water here no ndike galamsey particle de kamelemo? You see, that's why sometimes let's be serious in this our country.
So
he cannot continue to be giving us good English, good grammar.
Feel Bennett touch on the Galamsey issue.
He should admit that we have heard a bit. We could not guide that portion of the destruction of our farmlands, our forest reserves,
and
our water bodies. We have heard a bit. Please forgive us, but we are working on it too. And seriously, he should also state that he has been on the seat of the president, overseeing the police arresting people who are demonstrating against Galamsey, urging him to declare. Many of you.
The way you are vocal on this issue.
To declare a state of emergency to stop Galamsey, but he has not touched on it.
Okay, so
he rather stood there giving us good English.
This is your last COP you are attending, COP29 in Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan. And your speech, I was happy that you touched on the rising temperature. We cannot predict our rainfall patterns now.
Gijo, what causes the rise in the temperature? I'm sure that's what they wanted to cure. That's why they started implementing these planting projects. But where are the trees? At we pone at all of where if we don't make a kwala de for gbeme va oka garden one.
I de for gbeme.
Go sidile so ko damp na ode gbere mele te perede akoviera iskukporoji akro school video mi va mi do enemy the photo o ko load the website where
this very Tracy ke oyona citizens webe the D-Day no I've get a forestry commission toji they were here this year, they were here
yes
over Amonova, and then they'll follow up on them. Please bring them back so that we know this year's tree. Definitely,
I'll call Mr. Toddy. Is it Toddy? For Toddy, Toddy. Malayoge.
All right, so this year, Echidefunami. So the fate of our trees. The statistics.
Let me do over Chimeja. And then
where you met so forestry will need to come and give us some
seriously it's a high time some of these things we need to call a spade. Our leaders have failed us when it comes to climate issues. They have failed us.
How about your own
when it comes to planting of trees? Quickly, while I design t-shirts, Lacoste, I print Lacoste, our kukureji. April kukureji adoreji avakpolo the view for endo mi va mi do ati wa fle watering can yeye adechi ile fimie kwefo evolo that ends it. So ministries mortgage municipal mortgage but ati koko kimi to le fimie afi ojimi yo ko igale omega do yeye dekel tahoho mi ochi ole fefle lo do kine chivileja ka keki ko me do de kerete for tele for fole ke wala on for dai park and gardens is there dormant. They are not resourcing them.
Okay.
And you stand on the pulpit, read guys good English, and you want us to clap for you.
Clap for him already, didn't they?
Me, I will not clap. I will not clap.
You were not there. If you're not there, how will you clap?
See.
But, okay, so Frank, get what you're ranting for. I am back to mine. All right, so our farmers are on their knees, they are crying. Hello. You also go to the market, you are crying. I bet you measure. I don't know abo me aflele agboso some azan echi nemi da atike nuko wechi mele jojam do jinwe the number of times wajaroji me lo store for the number of days after me dem no cover CMO, all right. Me ape ho mo hojo to mo hojo afisi afi hojo echio ole amodem ne get a southern part of the Volta region echie hwanigba la mo sipete mianovio agaveji kplo novio mo pete ole fukpepe me yo pete me be ayame pete troye fine. Me identify these things not today. Our mitigation measures when you kao. We have conferences, so we have workshops, so running around. Let me buy for full like Banado there you no be me our climate education. Me one ya balo, me for me vedonu full ado picture, although that we have done our work, but affected. Me like poma. Me tell like get the agbele the lawon toji, me like get the nu tomentoji lo nu fofum hele nu fafia ya kom nawa. Me jibe me at the emission da 64 million tons by 2060. Me le nu fia me ape driver already. Motor to already. Me never here in the Volta region. I made one individual there le electric motorbikes.
Yeah.
None of your jira. Yeah. Okay, so if you have a very soon la, we need to face out a momento your system. Me call electric ve. So be me add
maybe a question there concerning that thing. Tama hoja will do be you they are introducing electric vehicle. Melebabia be
charging station.
Yes, are we generating enough power to sort out us in our homes already? After ever Jacob Tokokbea.
Well,
we were here when they introduced. We were here when they introduced LPG. Overall, LPG is just for domestic use. Kakaminya we feel like day in day out shortage of LPG.
Yes, there is something that we are not talking about. Is gas fare
and guess what? They say shortage is coming on right now. Okay, the headline was.
They said we should not. Nobody should go into any panic.
No. Copec has announced it. It says shortage of fuel.
Panic buying. I'm on about panic buying.
See, those are the damage control, but the reality is there. The reality is staring at us.
So what happens to the good for oil policy?
And you're going to
all right, so this is from the Ghana Water Company Limited. He's regretting to inform the public of a serious burst on our transmission within our headworks at Kpeve, affecting water supply to the following areas. What is it that? Peki, Have, Bame, Akrofu, Ziave, Klepe, and the entire whole township. I'll take this again. This is from the Ghana Water Company Limited, Volta region. Press release. Thursday, 14th November 2024. The body. Ghana Water Limited regrets to inform the public of a serious burst on our transmission within our headworks at Kpeve, affecting water supply to the following areas: Peki, Have, Bame, Akrofu, Ziave, Klepe, and the entire whole township. Our emergency response team is working tirelessly to repair the burst and restore supply as soon as possible. Ghana Water Company Limited apologizes for the inconvenience caused and appreciates your understanding. Thank you.
Anyway.
When will work be done? The house will be informed. The house will be informed and the house will tell the public about it. Tayenye Ghana Water Company topenya. Ole gbefa dem alole na nanyam duajabe yofe e pompi. Oh, pompi line. Okay. The kadek ba le yofe headworks ta edefuna chifenya o. Le nuto yokata meyo play the whole entire township na ho tamereku obe yo le doji vevierento eye na onya wo doche for kwa le onya gbole na mi ko mi aga waga na mi anya mi aga na do ta na sele ko na no vi onenya bele nyenya fokomla akpe
ya gbole 3 days ekenya chemele do le gbonyo 3 days ekenya me coach
fokomla ya be choke vai ko cheme do le
gbonyo 3 days eke
Wisdom. Good morning. Hope you are doing well.
I pick Melanyaki say. So honestly, I been a man, you don't want to change. I'm paying my bills. Nkai jaw.
Yo, Masi.
Anyway, I Egbelayako. But I Kakemelebolo. Galamse Melejojo, Miabo, and we are experiencing water shortage like this. What is a long-term plan? Ne papier heva dode. Are we going to survive this?
All right.
Anyway,
We'll survive. We'll be surviving.
Climate change, when you pay check.
Yes, climate change. When they are real. It is right here with us.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are moving on. As the dry season approaches, we don't know if there's going to be dry season. We don't even know what we are going to experience. We're already in November. And then yesterday, it was drizzling around 8 thereabouts. I thought there's going to be a heavy downpour. So we don't know where it went, but we are still praying to God Almighty.
Hey, President Hivanala Sabaja, because whether it's a now, no matter how. See, let me tell you. I am more concerned about what he went and said there. Do you think that our donors, other stakeholders, they are not aware of what is happening in Ghana? But they also keep quiet and listen. So what it means is that whatever that will come to us, whatever that they will decide to assign to us, will no longer come. Because that is what it means. And so again, the future generations, they are at stake here. They are living their lives is at stake here. Back anyway, my do met you and fike email if you do I mega did you fike mecho. So honestly, we need to put our leaders in check. Let's try to check them. Some of these things, let's be bold and tell them, oh, okay, those who are busy writing good speeches for the president, honestly, you are one.
Hey.
You are one. Say the truth. Just write the truth. So that me.
All right, City Newsroom here. I will not empower Fulanis to destroy farmlands, Baumia says, and the election 2024, Alan promises prosperity for cocoa farmers and to syndicated loans. Reprint presidential ballot without Equiadonco's image, Kofi Akbalu.
Yesterday I was watching some program and they called him and he was like, even this program nobody's watching. The host takes him on. I said, what are you talking about? So I texted him. Say, Honorable, I'm watching you. You said nobody's watching, but I'm watching you. You see, the commission has decided on something, and you say he's running to court for. Yes, that is it.
The time is
limited. And the timeline for distribution of the ballot is already set. With time.
So I asked, when I heard him, I asked, is this how you're going to rule the country? That then you say he just needs to invest, how to educate the public. Mami don't copy party la representative the Kemelosio. So don't number 3 day. Mega waste you net there for me mele halangbo. O ma den menecho sorting eroko where de dara haji. O ma halancho tami de kuku. It's not going to count. Tamreke bega vai a vote. Find in between the rest of the parties and then give your vote to one of them. Simple. Election 2024 will recruit health volunteers for early disease detection. Mahama. COP29 time for real climate action, not dialogue. Kufuado. And then we have here, City Verified did Asiedu Nketia say NDC will cancel free SHS if elected. So City Verified, the video first a portion of it was just, as usual, people who are, sorry to say, who have diabolic mindsets go in for videos, just, do some editing, and then, targeting the ignorant, populace. And then when they see it, they consume those things. And if you want to clarify the issue, meanwhile, there was an 8-minute video there which touched on the full video. So NDC did not say through that doing Ketia, the national chairman, they are going to cancel free SHS. If you listen to the full video, that was not what he said, but rather the double track system. Okay, so we have, let me help some of you. We have Invid video check. It's an app. Invid or Invid, however, INVID. You search for it. It helps you to, do this reverse check on videos to see if they are fake videos or they are real videos. You can also use the Google reverse version. So when on your Google app, you have a camera there. Now you don't Google. We have a camera. You can use the it's actually a camera. You can use if it's pictures, if it's videos. I call up a Google reverse search. You're in your fact check tools for you to verify videos, for you to use to verify pictures. Those picture infographics where picture that you can use those ones to see if this is really from the outlet Obecholo or it is fake. There are a few things to go about. If you want more, come for tutorials and pay. Classes and pay.
Madam, the classes were holy.
Yeah, even class, I don't classes. And next NDC government will prioritize affordable healthcare for all. Mahama says election 2024 fake news is a major threat. EC so how to deal with fake news, especially with the videos and then the pictures that will be trending. And then be using it. Vacant seats, Bagbin must resist Supreme Court ruling. That's from Kwebo. Then election 2024, we will carefully scrutinize final voters register, says NDC. Minority won't return to parliament until December polls. Ni Lante Vanderpoy on that. And the GHS recommends reinstating COVID-19 hygiene protocols to control cholera spread. Miga don't go the COVID-19 protocols, where the safety protocols. Miga don't go hand washing underwater with soap.
Yes.
Allow me that do sienna way, and then using your hand sanitizers. I think for cholera, these are the ones you can continue practicing.
You just also, in addition, you just have to be careful of what you eat out there.
And then NDC's primary healthcare policy offers more impactful solution for Ghana, Bayu. And then Mahama accuses NPP government of successfully collapsing BBC. Apenyo Makin not a strong candidate. I will topple him. And this is James Annan. Galam say Ghanaian leaders must stop writing laws if they can't act. Professor Gordon. Shoot to kill not an option in Galamsey fight. Professor Gordon again. Parliament must not resort to court injunction. In PNA says. And then election 2024. All right, I brought you that already. Bring us more.
So, Jijo, let me take you to the schedule for the transportation of the voter ballot papers to the region. So, it's starting today, 14th November. Greater Accra will receive theirs 12 noon. Then Friday, 15th November.
The ballot papers?
The ballot papers.
Including the presidential?
Yes.
Or the parliamentary alone? Because the presidential, they said they are 90%.
Okay, well, they say schedule for transportation of ballot papers. And I know some regions, they have finished printing them anyway. So, and then, so 15th, Central, Western, Savannah, and Upper West will receive theirs. As for voters, I'm more concerned with voters. So on Tuesday, 19th of November, voter and OT will receive theirs at 12 noon. And Mr. Jagbasu was here. He said, he described how it has
to be protected. Representatives.
I want to witness it.
We have the police at the back and front. Some in the vehicle. Yes, and then with their weapons guarding the paper, lo, just the papers. Paper like bedroom.
Many view.
Let's see me wa quiver do the ho, wa cover it for Victor, but wa len couldn't wa lucky. All the
like
parties
to
will lock it.
witness.
Up serial numbers away
Yes.
and all of that. Kemi, I'm a see me add the claro bamme. Back. The number of papers will cover all the parties wanya of a serial numbers or see lede we all of those things will be checked before the D-Day. What cover me up polling stations so.
Okay, so let me take you to the Daily Graphic front page. It's a public split over Parliament impasse. Majority rate legislature poor, others rate average good. Average and good. That's it. So graphic poll. So graphic conducted a poll on the impasse in Parliament. What so the public is speaking. So 2 modern markets inaugurated in Techman and Koranza. Local government minister urged good maintenance, and I like that, good maintenance.
Our maintenance culture very poor. And when you're poor, Nami, this new market you go to the female poor. Open to buy any poor. Because build a notice board.
Yes.
Copy paste. Party open. Obituary of your. Many like poor. So I learned about the boxes. I don't know if NPP themselves went for the boxes at Anwar Runabout. The boxes we'll be talking about on Tuesday when I was going for the 11-11. But I understand this morning that
not there.
It's no more there. I say make a monument or Zanko will never meron to accord that Odo Kwiji here was anyway, all that we know is the boxes have been taken off. Thank you.
Well, so the Chronicle. GRA seizes Nigerian-made explosive at Aflo border. Smugglers assisting state security agencies in their investigation. You remember Hobsonado, explosive over there. The border, obey you are over there. If they work with Boga system, me never know a lot of blue.
Oh, take my guy.
Luckily, they have also all the way to Panama. The Abraham Champon is a promising irrigation setup for drought-prone regions. So the Nyakeko Bolomere Loga Bayo Yamama now pay Chapping Makoga here cover irrigation system now the Fuma. Then Daily Guide. Baumia meets Catholic bishops. AG files started for Marcus' wife trial papers. That's for Daily Guide. Then the new crusading guide. Akufo-Addo calls for action at COP 29. COP 29.
Either COP or COP.
And Anas Amriel Anas Excellence Award held at UDS. For the system. Then let me take you to the last paper. AGI wants review of Customs Act 891 to mitigate cost of doing business in Ghana. So that is the new finder reporting there.
Okay.
That's for the papers.
All right. So I think this is commendable to our chiefs and the people of Ahwe for doing the yeoman's job. You have acted in the faith of the people, the masses, the electorate, the voters, and those boxes have been removed. All right, I'm here for you.
Honestly, I'm ever come more direct from my crying mess of Enyamo.
How do you do that? You think that what exactly do you want to achieve? Block visibility now.
Power is good though. I can't abuse the chairman. You.
Yes.
At least for the first time. At least for the first time. Yes, for the first time. Oh, respond. Oh, react. Onyakbo. Onyase.
Don't say for the first time. If they have reacted some other time, Anya, they have reacted some other time.
I know Jonathan. Me no expect when you react. Me no.
But there is a development. Is it still a way? My notice has been brought to Jojo there. drinking spot, Amedefe so again, we want the people, the chief and the people to intervene.
Yes.
When I get the full details, we'll share with you. Thank you.
Then let me take you to Daily Graphic Online. Daily
All right, so also you work on that by draw a line here. Lights on or off, Institute for Energy Security Boss debate NDC and NPP track records. Galamsey 6 charged for attacking Joy News crew, 5 others at large.
That's fast.
As NEET revolution will boost to healthcare access, help hospitals function better. Nana Kwame Pediakon. And then George Freer pleads not guilty to GFA misconduct charges. Election 2024 voter statistics dashboard. And Kufuado regrets working with Ken Oforiatta, Dr. Ndum says. Are you sure? Before he kept him throughout, less than a year, after now enjoy the afema. DBG denies claims of misusing funds allocated for operations. Statue of the late Alu Muhammad to be mounted in Yendi to honor him. NHIA assures free dialysis rollout on track with additional machines for treatment. Election 2024, we are targeting 32% of votes in Ashanti region, says the NDC, and Bagbin risk 10-year jail if he defies Supreme Court. Justice Atuguba is saying. So we are in the era of statue mountain, right?
Yes.
That is fine.
Yes. Then Graphic Online here say, let me take you to Krobo. Say over 90% have been provided with ECG prepaid meters, and the story so this has helped to increase revenue generation by the electricity company of Ghana from the area, with revenue generation now hovering around 80% in terms of the electricity power supply in the area. Previously, the ECG was raising only 5% from revenue in terms of power supply in the area due to non-payment because of the post-paid system. Besides that, the ECG staff were not getting free access to customers' home to read meters. The district manager of the ECG Krobo office, Christopher Apau, who made this known, indicated that almost 35,000 prepaid meters have been installed in the district since the beginning of the prepaid meter installation project in 2022. So that is it for the story. So Jijo, in Ho here, you know, Miami prepaid the MFFDD, but do you know what is happening right now? They are bringing back the postpaid. Currently, if you apply for a meter and postpaid, we are fixed now, and they will not even come and read the meter for you. Any project, I'm doing some investigation around it for some time now, and I'm telling you, for some time now, people are fighting ECG to come and read their meter. So don't give me
the postpaid meter, all they fixing now because you know, they just come to fix it and come after months. They were
estimated bill. Yeah, estimated bill.
Postpaid, estimated bill.
Yes, and do you know how much has been invested in this postpaid meter project? They are facing off all postpaid meters. Just like the instances go site today report them, staffs are not having access to the meters to read their meters, and also people are not paying. Now you have Milo Ganaga come for the postpaid meter project MBD and prepaid meter project MBD. You are facing off all postpaid. But what happened? The postpaid is now coming back. If you apply for meter today, but they will give you postpaid.
All right, so I'll find out more on that. What the issue is. Good morning to you, Madam Eunice.
And yes, you have called Jijom. Jijom, there you have called DK. I'm sending this information to him again. Otherwise, a reminder. But school KK senior high school, Kehele Adakulu district, they're also writing the same exam with the infantry PIMS, the Chimota and Co. Light Melogbo since September. They don't have light in the school. So non-teaching is not running the whole school. So the students, they don't go for prep. How can they also pass?
All right, so good morning to our able PRO for ACG Volta and OT. Madam Eunice Trinebo, I hope you are doing well. Who you dear, baby aboko. I have a shawai. Your Asembika. Okay, so let's move on and share with you more of the details here. And we work hard to bring her to the studio one of these days.
Yes.
Out of a busy schedule to answer a few questions on what my colleague Frank about and what you are facing in your community. So she provided a few clarification on those issues for us. Okay, so cholera outbreak, let's be aware. And then from the Ghana Health Service, menyon ke hele monam krauta ole domdo da duaja bobe protocols yo memieto the COVID-19 pe yi yo meviento asi kokolo le chite pele ajanle sanitizer ozaza ne mi agbogbo atro gbova wo gbo elabe taflache agbewo ole emechim eye epe kakaka ha egaleji im kokoko mi apen dalao me ape environmental health officer so la assembly me de ku mi gera ma odinami echi melejaja de ke obe pipe gba echi fi kele ana wa zan nwe fifia maga iba waga kuchipura infia mi apete mi avana sideme ano kokolomo elebe no a Veronica bucket type ma ava ahui adkwa jale akulasi ava eva wonu ike hiam bene na water mi ale for dem elevevere nene make egbade Ghana dukwo gaje oral polio vaccination polio gegeda deji round 2 a oje gomegbe ewa wunu kosera gbe tajila okatan yovio hopa ton kokova peye pedekereke mahomaho de vie ye oji na mia ne wa akọ ye de koji weyin wo kolefi yokata nye designated center so ba wa anno age atikeda deji amerocha wa no chacha na mi akọ de viona na wa geda adeji na maga globe nchoko yoyi weyin onel medeku immunity you be no build and wa ko boost population ebe dolele epe kakakare de wa ten aketele be de vio wa ten wa no la meseseme ta yenye gbepande de yike egacho Ghana Health Service togbo naduko
Let me take you to Sase Radio. Sase Radio is so election 2024 new digital platform rollout to educate Kumasi voters on party manifestos. So this web-based platform, is votercompass.africanelection.org, empowers voters to engage actively in election process, contributing to credible election in 2024. As part of effort to ensure credible and transparent elections, a non-profit organization has launched the Ghana Election 2024 Voter Compass platform through its African Election Project. So this innovative digital tool is designed to guide and empower Ghanaian voters by providing accessible information on political party manifesto, by helping them to compare party positions and so blah blah all like that. And so the issue of digitalization is in use, and we are happy to embrace that one. I'm happy for that.
Okay.
And
digitalization is
here.
Kumasi
Koloa, they should extend it to Voter Region 2.
Okay. Bringing you information from Vokia Foods. Miapenya Salau, Nedi Tom Brown, millet flour, Hausa cocoa, ekwegbe mi oblayo, pele cassava flour, yemi be face the wall, ekoko da cocoa ntede, cheshoga ko. Akpole Vokia Togbo, Yowenye Ameyo, FDA da Siropa Jonoji, ele nkure nkpobo ozan jaje nyenye monu ye openu onyo benemia azanta ogagblɔ ha be ɖevi yiwo xɔ ɣleti adede be yewoe akɔndudu kɔnɔ enochi ekpe na wo elabe woƒe dɔgbɔ dze ʋuʋu viɖe fda da asi ɖe dzi be na azẽ na wo ate ŋu age ɖe wo dzi le woƒe dɔwɔƒe le agɔtime be aɖoe kple wo anye asi atsa hã akpɔ nu viɖe ɖe dzi egɔ ɖewo lolo eye woyɔ tse menye halfway nuwo wa ta yɔ vɔkia tɔ le 0537683051 0537683051 halo adetsa ge ɖe www.vokiafarms.com. Vokia Foods savor the taste of tradition for breakfast, lunch, dinner, effortlessly. Hey, Rockstars roofing system tonha. Yame yokata head to me ape ho vovo. Hey, mi ape tamabubu. Bubu enye be fika mi akpo ho bazingi adodiole wotre. Amadede to tongbeji la akpo le Rockstars togbo. Yo wenye ameyo wana snap log halo self lock R25 ikeganye IBR AD1 halo IDT tal shit so yo we wana metal trusses so kule ceiling joist POP cement akpokata le Rockstars stogbo afle yapenya selaw ameyi ava agba ho na onye be plenu adodu le Rockstars stogbo enye kwagba zingi metal trusses pleno of yode dɔwɔla yiwo odutu na dɔwɔle wosi wana be wava awɔdɔ na o wana free estimate le promotion ke wo de to me awɔ free estimate na me me yiwo le ge kple takra de ntɔ me a ese kple dodo gede eyame wate wa kuno enye wo pa gba ajono akwa yi de afeme na o ke wo be le nkeke ton wa don keke to enye dɔwɔ nkeke a ye yiwa akɔ awɔ wo gbeji na o gede Rockstars storage wole honu to mele fi eda hana NIB eda hana NIB le honu to me kapo jesi awenye 0592 500501 0592 5001 500501 Rockstars quality and affordable. All right, so we'll take another detail here. Let me hold detail Marvel. We'll take a breather when we come back. Miava aide miape hewanaji. It's like miape conversation around Galamsey or the fight against Galamsey. Eva le to yim vide.
Eito. Lesson ya va take over.
Va ata ejoike he no me yi na be vovono amedo mebela. Nenye be yo wa gbedede o ma va dakona iwo a.
Yes.
Edidi kraga kemenye afia be wana vovovo meleji mo wana vovovo leji mi asa peto Papa Kwesi Ndum ele gbogbolo the president regrets working with Ken Ofori-Atta. Maybe they've had a conversation with the president, but let's hear him out. Founder and president of Group Ndum, Dr. Papa Kwesi Ndum claims President Nana Akufo-Addo regrets working with former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta. He stated that the president believed Mr. Ofori-Atta was the best candidate for the role, but this did not materialize after he was allowed to serve as the appointed his cousin to the finance ministry because he, Ofori-Atta, helped raise funds for the NPP's 2016 and 2020 election campaigns. Here he says, and these are the quotes, he is the one the president trusted to raise money for his campaigns. And then when they won power, they entrusted him with running the economy. This has proven the old saying that it's not necessary those who help bring you to power who will make you successful once you get there, he claimed. I believe the president has regretted the decision to place our economy in the hands of the investment analyst who became finance minister, Mr. Ofori-Atta, he added. Papa Kwesi also claimed that the country's financial sector was set on the path of destruction. He stated that the owners, in quotes, of the economy needed to be held accountable, even criminalized. Many people, especially members of opposition parties, have blamed the former finance minister for mismanaging the country's economy. According to recent research and analysis, Ghana's economy has suffered a significant decline in recent years. The World Bank also reports that the country faced a surge in public debt due to fiscal measures taken in response to external shocks which resulted in losing access to international financial markets. This led to debt distress, dwindling international reserves, and escalating inflation. Dr. Endom is not contesting in this year's election. His primary concern, he says, is ensuring that the Ghanaian populace can find jobs and become self-sufficient, which is why he continues to raise these issues. He mentioned this in his live Facebook interaction. That was yesterday, a weekly program he entitled Disappointed but Not Discouraged.
You see,
There is
honestly,
hope.
yes. Seriously, we are all disappointed. It's not here alone. And I don't know why the report did not even capture Dr. Baumia, even one. In the whole thing, you've read, may capture them. Meanwhile, he is the head of the economic management team.
The report, may capture what the man said is what they have written.
So, whoever have written that should have done more research, citing him as the head of. So, okay, between the finance minister
What
and
the
Dr.
person
Baumia.
said, your call IMF report is in line with what he has said. If maybe not Dr. Baumia in line with what they are writing, or what he wants them to still add it because he is the. Did he also raise funds for the 2016-2020 election for the president to come
But
to
he
power?
sat
NPP?
on the chair as the chairman.
We are talking
of
about the economy. We have a sector minister.
So I ask, between Dr. Baumia, who is the vice president and the finance minister, who takes orders from who?
Okay, so you think that the orders or maybe the suggestions from the vice president was taken by the finance minister?
So what actually
Do
drives
you
us?
think those advices or suggestions were taken?
That is it. So
If they were not taken, how do we blame
that's
him?
what I was. Huh?
No, not advice away.
No,
Let me I got blame you.
It's a nyakubawa for Thomas.
All right. Okay, so he is the chairman of
Yes.
the economic management.
Yes.
Team, right?
He has been touting it that he works in the Bank of Ghana, deputy governor. So more finance minister. So him is
So
also.
why are you shifting now? You have digressed to Dr. Baumia. Meanwhile, we have a focus. Someone here, which is
So
the
the reason
minister.
why I'm citing him because when you driver with a stiano, blame
And this
me.
is the sector minister.
He is also the driver.
This is the sector minister.
He's the
And
chairman.
Papa Kwesi
He's
Du's
the
focus
chairman
is
of the
on
economic.
Kedoforia
He's
Tanobaumia.
the chairman of the economic management team. You remember the doctors he has outlined. What a solid team. Where are they? What are those solid team?
We got a roll call, Ewa.
Menya America cool me.
Yes, that's
You see?
every year, right?
So this report can, and to me, method for your Dr. Baumia when called them. Seriously,
2, 4, 6,
he has also sat there, supervised the rot in which we are in right now.
Okay, so it's Dr. Efri Akoto who is late.
Yes.
So it's what Dr. Akoto say. Is it still there?
Is the AI vice president? A Greek minister. He be the president.
We are not calling video doing. Every is strong there. I say we are Pablo.
Yes, 5 cities.
Okay, Professor Jambafo. Earlier.
King.
Honorable Alan Cheremantene.
It was a movement for change. Butterfly toy.
Wachi Ejakole.
Upetulela.
That's why we contest where
Actually, I do president.
Genoforia Tade. I have any idea if you
Yes.
where mismanaged.
And who may you report?
And the senior minister, Osafo Marco. What a solid team.
Yes.
Where
You
are
see,
they?
So we can, this report cannot just to Doremi Agboko without citing the captain of the
no,
team.
don't say it.
He
This
is
is
the-
not a report. I made knowing that journalist who wrote this, Albert Kuzo.
But he was able to cite IMF report in his write-up.
this is
So
what
we
is
should
in
add
line
some other
with-
ingredients.
No, No.
So I'm just trying to make the report complete.
No, you can't say you did not write it. If you want to make it complete, go and write your own.
My opinion is what I am
Go
saying
and
right
write
now.
your own. Albert Kuzo, you are now a joy, right? My good friend. I didn't even know that you are the one who wrote this. Come and hear Frank. He says you should add Dr. Baumia to the story, so the story is incomplete.
Yes,
How?
yes. Without citing Dr. Baumia.
This is what Papa was saying.
He has played
He
has played a role.
Menuike is not in line with the
No.
conversation should be added.
I said the man has played a role in this mess. He has played a not
Dr.
just.
Papa Kwesindumde. Eyan top program wole.
Nyemegbo.
Enya you hold bolode. Ya wa ngolo.
Nyemegbo.
Yeah,
So a good writer,
Oh,
should be able to
no.
source.
Don't even go there.
You should be okay. You are right. You should be able to source other materials to spice your writing, your write up.
Don't even go there.
What are you talking
Albert,
about?
come and hear Frank. And let me hear your response. Let me send him the audio.
I am telling you should be able to. Okay, fine. Let's assume that it's an oversight. He did not cite it, but I am of the opinion that because Dr. Baumia has played a key role in this. How can you mention economy for the last approximately 8 years without mentioning Dr. Baumia's name? How can you? He has supervised the dissolve, how they dissolve other banks. Is it not there? Dr. Baumia office have
That's another angle to this again.
So I am
Dr. Papa Kwesindum touch on. But if you are writing story, don't compile everything. Anglo. You are reading, you become tired. You are not their editor. So he has written this and sent it to the editor, and the editor has posted because there are angles to stories.
So I'm also citing my opinion. This is my opinion.
But don't make it look as if you are the editor of my Joy Online and you are telling him
I am not the opinion. I'm not the editor, but I'm stating my opinion.
That he did not add Dr. Baumia to the report, so the report is incomplete. You cannot say that.
No,
let's move on.
This is what I'm saying. Try and get me clear. I want to make my point very clear.
Don't do any damage control.
No, I'm not going to make any damage control. I said you cannot mention economy in Ghana for the past 8 years without mentioning Dr. Baumia's name. So if all these things they have cited in the report, it's not a single line that cited Dr. Baumia in the report.
You have issues with Dr. Baumia.
No, but we are talking about the economy.
And who said what we are discussing? And who said it? What we are discussing right now.
All that you read. They have cited names in it.
Let's say Papa Kwesindo when we are touch on some other things where go medadi that na me le story ngolo na the program le first story ngolo you choose where our one story one program atanko story for le me the beton that the see and the plan girl the writer wants to take it from. We are not to mark whether it's called wrong.
So let me assume that they have reserved the angle of Dr. Baumia, the role he has played in
maybe you are
this
the next
economic mess up.
News editor of Joy, so tell us. And then I'll tell Albert, he's my friend, so I'll tell him, and then he will do it to please you next time. Okay. 8:30 exactly is the time, and then let's say that Dr. Baumia, economic management team, hello. Egbelesi finance minister. Anyway, and then I understand there's going to be an event in the market. Launching the so today I understand there's going to be a launch of a loan scheme there. Nasi menyonwe. Well, me akpobeleke tututu wa ano. Me anaminu chucho. Choike hegbona. We'll take a breather here. Me ava no chivide. Agbore me vida trogbo. EG Nanotodom Global 105.1.
Waking you up every weekday morning.
Global Morning Show. Fellow Ghanaians for the Volta region and the whole wide world, lend me your ears, make I tell you about what Mijo
every single day, where you can win a motorbike, a television, or a chest freezer, and many more just by getting your luckiest ticket. How do you get your tickets? 1 Ghana cedis and above by dialing star 712 hash. Follow the prompts and purchase as many tickets as you can.
You know, put on no makeup. I like the kind of face me see early morning when me.
Buy tickets for someone else by still dialing star 712 at groups, a community. You can purchase your tickets. Remember, 30th of this month will be the final draw. Kake happy final draw vabe keke sian keke la yojibe amo deke no wa agadu naneta apo star 712 hash the wo mobile phone g eye dodo wa va akpledo aple agbososo ike sunu ne be aple nye wo ticket kake nyebe cho 1 Ghana cedi taka koide ejie 1000 Ghana cedis 2000 Ghana cedis ateun aple jagbabe yinye gomekola le luckiest pe wona yame yafi ke Caritas platform inye NLA to wole wana ya ta dem tutu benensi anu ne wa azonyu and then me penya salamiaga adejesi ha be Sunrise Christian High School gala me home kokoko to entrance examination ngolo entrance examination ko jijeje kwa aknye no sronla le Sunrise Christian High School afige adogo nufiala adodio wa afianu vio wa ade etefe na otututu ma adota flache le suku feike ahemo ela be double track pe nyame ye jundudu pe nyame defo molope me defo no sronpe me defo no chijo o echimele dodomo a no sianu pe backup le ike akpo anabe de vio wo pe susume ajanyi le poji wasro no fiana general science, general art, business, home economics, visual art so le Sunrise Christian High School mi akpo suko le ho kweto mododo oji odahana ho airport nyato agadi chagere www.sunrise.edu.gh our mi ape registration wo alo ayo 0244 876 066 0244 876 0277 003 853 for more information. Sunrise Christian High School, where children grow in the sun.
Much boy step on the brake.
Robin, Kofi, Ziga. So anytime I mention your name, I remember Louise Ziga, right?
Yeah,
So
my first cousin.
he's been missing in action.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if he's still in Ho. I know if he were to be around, he would have been calling and sending me messages. Louise, wherever you are. Good morning. Anyone close to Louise say, Egwemedon Kujito, hey, anyway, how are you?
I'm fine and well. Just that I miss the environment like this. It's been long I come to Global.
So I was booked Monday, but he said you have some peace advocates. What.
Our first-time voters were educated
by the
Ghana Anti-Corruption Coalition, NCC, Sraj and Lanat.
in a one platform.
Yes, all right here.
Oh, okay. So how anti-corruption leads to first-time voters issues?
Because we have some electoral fraud that happens.
Okay.
Yes, and they are dealing with those issues.
Okay.
And the funding from the U.S. Embassy. You don't need to wait until. So if they have the funding and they support NCC to educate, so they be in the mother institution through the U.S. Embassy funding the other bodies to give education to the public. I don't know what if there is anything wrong with that move.
No, I did not say anything wrong because then
you guys question the fact that
yes, the anti-corruptions. Then we realize you are not coming.
You didn't. I told you to listen to the program. You didn't listen. Like you'd have appreciated why they were.
Oh yes, but I for the fact that the little explanation given is enough though. But let's see the way forward.
All right. So our first story this morning, we are going to Azerbaijan. Frank Abo say Abajan. Anyway, so COP29 is underway, right?
Yeah.
So the Kokolo Lamelo, and it says time for real climate action, not dialogue. Ekufu Ado. And other issues were raised. Leper speech, I played that earlier. So here we have President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo has urged world leaders to move beyond rhetoric and take concrete, decisive actions to address the global climate crisis. Speaking at COP29 in Azerbaijan on Wednesday during the World Climate Leaders Summit, President Akufo-Addo emphasized the critical need for effective measures to protect vulnerable communities from the increasing threats posed by climate change. He highlighted that with time running out, immediate and impactful solutions are essential to safeguard lives and ecosystems worldwide. So here his own words: we gather here, we must demonstrate that we are not only individuals or policy makers, but as people bound by the love of for our land and environment. Our children's future hinge on our decisions, so COP29 must be a shift from dialogue to action, he stressed. With climate financing a central focus on COP29, President Akufo-Addo further highlighted the importance of developed nations committing to financial support to accelerate the transition to green energy. So that is the story for discussion. We are focusing on climate. And that's all COP is about, talking about how we can mitigate, put in measures to deal with the effects, the negative effects, the effects of climate change. There wouldn't be any positive effect anyway of climate change. So that's what the president has to say, that we need to move away or move beyond the rhetoric and take action, concrete action, decisive ones to address the global crisis. And the time, he says, is now.
All right. Thank you, beautiful Jijo. Before then, I say a lovely good morning to our cherished listeners on Global 105.1 FM. This morning, I was like, I saw the story on page, and I was like thinking if I can really accept the fact that it is our president who had that platform. And he is talking about the protection of the ecosystems and other things that we know for a sure. And he also mentioned that it is quite a high time leaders move from rhetoric positions, but to take real actions. And I was like, wow, is this coming from President Nana Akufo-Addo that I know? Who, without all be, you are having a galamsey issue right staring at your face. You see, the Bible states it clearly that if you have a log on your eye, try to remove it first before you attempt removing a speck from your neighboring or your brethren's eye. In actual fact, I was not surprised because the climate change this thing has become a global, I may say, a global problem or a global issue. And to the western side, the hurricanes, the tidal waves, the emissions, and all those, the spillage of maybe excess petroleum products and all those things. Yes, we know it. We know
the dam of petroleum.
Yes, we are aware of all those problems. They have been it's a worldly problem. Yes, we know. But the problem here is that you are equally facing that challenge right under your nose. Stop the galamsey. Stop the rhetoric. Take action. That is what the people were saying when you were not in agreement with them. Since the galamsey issue, the president has never come out with any concrete public address or policy or directives, measures, assurance.
We were told that it was in the news that he was going to address us soon, but it never happened.
Soon and when? It never happened. Soon and when? You see, but here lies the case. You went where at least there's going to be global share of anti-climate, how will I say, climate project works. There is a fund from definitely that is going to come to Ghana. So he's there only for the funding. But the real issues here is this: the ecosystem.
On the, how we have been affected right here in Ghana. Egbula Estate categorically, our farmlands, our coastlines, the rise in temperature.
Let me tell you. All the things that he mentioned, he is only mentioning it because it has been on data and it has been found out that the climate change is affecting those. The question here is this: our climate change in Ghana, is it industrial damage or is personal damage? In other words, we assume that the industries that are giving out the emissions from their waste and other things are the very ones that are destroying our ecosystems. The emissions from the factories goes to destroy the ozone layer and makes the weather not as normal it is now. That I learned that the ozone layer is even perforated, so the sun rays comes as unusual. It's now hot in the system. We know all these things. Was those things caused by the other ones? The other ones that is equally affected is when under your nose forest reserves that are there by knowledge to cushion the ozone layer, to give other oxygens or carbon dioxide, whatsoever the roles the trees will play. We reserve the forests for preventing these measures. You are there as a president, under your nose they are destroying the forest, and you run to a bigger platform and you are telling who on that platform to address that problem. Once under your nose, the very trees that are going to help to protect the environment, the ecosystem. Now he said farmlands are being destroyed. On under what grounds? Galamsey, is he not destroying farmlands? So I don't see here his moral status or the moral right that he has to go and address the world.
May address Galamsey issue. If you may have the
right.
Moral right.
No.
Any other issue. The effects we are facing.
No, it's because you are part of the problem. You are part of the problem. You can't be part of a problem when you don't even suggest solutions. When a little solutions that you can give yours. Check yours. At that place, he should have even stated categorically that even under my watch, I am not giving a chance to Galamsey. So I am putting these measures to restore I am giving a project like maybe Operation Replant, over 35 million trees at other places. I am refilling all the Galamsey sites. I am sacking the people out. We want to hear you say that on a platform. We want to see that going on in Ghana. So you can't go there. And who is he talking? He wants Donald Trump to come and stop the climate change in Ghana here. No. So to me, I don't see his moral right there. But in other words too, they have this platform that I said it earlier, that there is a funding for these types that goes to every government that they go. Yeah, so I think if he didn't appear there too, the money will not come. So he must appear and say something. Because to me, we were here when all this was since June. The Galamsey issues, the Ghana Journalism Award, you were there live when the GGA president walked with a placard. In other words, it is an international protest. One man protest is an international protest. The DGA president walked and put at the podium that is looking at you direct in the face. Stop hashtag stop the Galamsey now. People wanted to go on strike because of Galamsey. People have no other issue. The industrial strike that wants to hit us before, they have no economic basis, but they are asking you just to stop Galamsey. You couldn't do it. And you ran to the world platform, and if there has been any president that has been rhetoric in the history of Ghana, it's Nana Akufo-Addo. So he should stop the hypocrisy when he got the chance and he painted himself as if though he's not part of the problem that he created himself. He said they should stop being rhetoric. He is a rhetoric president. Is he not the one who told us that his presidency will be on the line if he doesn't stop the Galamsey? If he were to honor his own words, he should have resigned way back 2022. But he didn't do it. So he's a rhetoric president.
There was a fight, or there was an intensive fight against Galamsey in his first term in office.
And the result is.
And then we try achieving some results until recently, when our water bodies have been largely destroyed, our forest reserves, and
the question is, how did the people got back?
Some of the reasons you would hear is when the NPP is trying to fight Galamsey, NDC goes back to tell the people that don't worry, when we come to power, you mine, you do this, you do that.
That's propaganda. Let me tell you, it's a pure propaganda. Let me tell you, that when former president and the president to be John Dramani Mahama said at a gathering of nurses that I will not restore the nurses training allowance because I have taken out the bond system so that they will recruit more nurses. And because of the bond, because of the allowance, the bond system is there. So I'm taking the allowance off and I'll take the bond system so that they will intake more nurses so that it becomes a ratio 1 nurse is to 3 patients. The people said, no, we want allowance. We want allowance. He said it that I will not restore the allowance, even if it will cost me the presidency. And he didn't do it. He didn't do it. So, to me, if you said, yeah, yes, he did some actions that he is fighting back, the question is also, it's now that he has been defeated by Galamsey after the fight. So how did the person, those who are engaging in Galamsey right now, how did they get back to the site?
Okay.
You see, so to me, that he is saying is more or less advising himself. He must stop being a rhetoric president. He must protect our ecosystems and get real action on the ground.
All right. Thank you, Ziga, for touching on our first story for us. So you take note of the first one where we activate the phone lines. You join us for with your thoughts and contribution, what you make of it. We'll take the next one. So we are moving away from COP29. Myogbocho Azerbaijan. Myogbocho probably Ghana to come. And then we have our next story here. Before I read that, be reminded again that Harry House Community School is here with Atubra Scholarship for Academic Excellence, which they are providing that one girl one excellent boy from January 2025, irrespective of whether you, the parents, can pay. So Henry House Community School is on the whole Bangwa Road. Is saying if your ward is in JHS and is academically excellent, and you want them to study in an environment where they can be further challenged and supported, but you have this fear that a guy koba kudi melo yata yo de dodo ya tome ta angolon kona view na ele nyenko sem ele bwepa de de ya sem kwa gede Henry House Community School ji le ho kwenwo modudu aji angolon kona view eye le December penkeke gbanto kwa mon popo hena nko ngongola awuenu kepe ike memi agero ji nu gbanto January 2025 yenye implementation wa anamon popo de via benewa a pogumele scholarship yate nene make ogala mo home de sukwome de view na the basic level kakabado JHS tagbo aka kre sukukwaje angolon kona view benewa ho de ehoyo ola me ho de mekwa no wa aho no fafia le efema scholarship awenu kakpele nu kan we wokudo akpo mi afe the via for tuition fee, textbooks, uniform, exercise book. Plenu sronu yo kata won hiana kwa scholarship cover till the via dogo le JHS and NMI wole. Yo kapo jesi yo nye 0552 743 959 0552 743 959 alo adi chagere sukukboji le ho bangwe mododwaji yo mi ide nya vele agbo. And next NDC government will prioritize affordable health care for all, to the former president gbo. The flag bearer of the NDC, John Dramani Mahama, has emphasized the urgent need for reforms in Ghana's health sector, citing rising costs and inadequate infrastructure as critical issues. Speaking after he and his wife, Lodina Mahama, commissioned a newly constructed maternity and children's ward in Bodom, Nkranza North on Tuesday, Mahama reaffirmed his commitment to implementing free primary health care for all Ghanaians. He stressed that accessible and affordable health care should be a priority, particularly for underserved communities. Mahama added that improving healthcare infrastructure and expanding access to essential services would be key components of his administration's agenda should he win the December actions. And here I quote, "Many Ghanaians cannot access the medical care they need, sometimes not because healthcare facilities don't exist, but because the costs are often beyond their reach. For this reason, among others, the next NDC government, which God willing I will lead, will prioritize critical social interventions designed to make healthcare more accessible and affordable to every Ghanaian, regardless of their socio-economic background." Unquote. He added that the NDC government, that's the administration, will roll out a free sanitary pads program for all girls to improve school attendance among female students. And here again, I'm quoting, that will be the last two paragraphs. "We intend to establish a free sanitary pad program for all our girls in secondary schools who are having to skip school because they cannot afford to have hygienic pads to be able to protect themselves. And so this is another program that we will introduce for schoolgirls. This initiative will directly impact the health and attendance of young girls and ensure that they can continue their education." And that one is part of your manifesto.
Yes.
Okay. And affordable healthcare services.
Yeah, they are simple.
All right.
We are bringing a good news to the people of Ghana. You see, if John Dramani Mahama said this, and if he has never done it before, I would say he won't do it.
What has he done before?
You see, when he was a president, you see the transformational changes that come to our healthcare systems. The cheap compounds were introduced, which is healthcare to your doorpost. I can sit here at least mention health posts that are closer to us. The Deme cheap compound, the Poly chip compound, the Lokwe chip compound, Bengwe, Akwefe, Hojo. And aside all the chip compound, there are other designated clinics that were upgraded. The Shan Clinic, Taingbe Clinic, Taviofe, and all. You see, in actual fact, this is just within whole Central, I may say. But it's not even enough for us. So the president is promising that when he comes, and surely he becomes president, he will make healthcare affordable to all, irrespective of your economic status. In other words, if you cannot take car to the regional hospital or to the municipal hospital or to any better or to any private place, there is a hospital for you that is under the care of the government. When I heard they said that, if he said he made it affordable, in other words, we are bringing on all communicable diseases and other diseases on an insurance basis. As he has promised about the dialysis, we realize that our brother at the other side also jumped on the train that by 1st December they did this. You see, no, we don't do it like that.
How do we do it?
We do it when we had the time and the opportunity.
And the time is still now.
The time is now. So on the 1st of December, we are voting on the 6th.
After the
7th, yes, 6 days. 6 days. So we are voting.
And you think that's going to influence the voters?
Oh, even if it doesn't influence the voters, the question is it a policy? Is it a policy that is going to stay? Is it a directive? How is it going to be? Is there anything now is going to pass through Parliament so that Parliament will accept it and there will be a funding, a source of funding for it? Or you are just want to do some certain piloting that the people who go to Kolebu for these 6 days should be taken care of, and those who go to Kofa should be taken care of. Those
so the NHIS, the next story, we are going to hear something brief on that. So that's under the NHIS, right?
Let me tell you, I don't know. I don't know whether it's under the NHIS or not. Even if it's under the NHIS, definitely they must replicate the fund back to the NHIS. The question is, has their budget covered, or has their budget be approved by Parliament as against? Because every budget of all institutions are subject to parliamentary approval. So the question is that, did NHIS in subjecting their budget to Parliament included free dialysis in 1st December? If not, where will the funding come from? Who faces the funding? You see? So you can't just wake up and be on a campaign platform when your other friend says, you see, when it comes to manifestos, I was telling a friend yesterday that it's quite a high time Ghana we had a national development plan, so that all the political parties that comes to promise us must promise us in envisaging the real plan that we have on board, that I am here to help you to achieve this in a number of years, so that Ghana knows that, oh, in the next 30 years, these are the things that we want to do. So we want to see presidents that will come within those 30 years to help us to achieve those things. But we don't have national development plan. So everybody wakes up and see the loopholes in every institution and promise us against it. And then we rush to vote. No, that is misinformation. The real policies that are there with us, we know it. So if John Dramani Mahama is saying that affordable healthcare is real, it's real. It is not that everybody should be on health insurance. Yes, but if I'm on health insurance and I get a little maybe sick or an accident at Aibobwe at Hojo area, and I don't have any cheap compound, no stopover to at least give me a first aid before I will be rushed to Ho. By the time they drive me from Aibobwe to Ho, what wants to happen to me will have happened. If it be not on the safer side, if I'm going to die, then I'll die on the way. But John Dramani Mahama said when he becomes president, he will not allow you to die some untimely death like that. healthcare at your doorpost, affordable, irrespective of your status, whether you have money or not. There are certain things that we are going to make sure that the healthcare system is so elaborate that everything will. We did it before. As I said earlier in my submissions, we removed the bond system from the admission of nurses into the nurses training and the teaching colleges, so that we absorb more because of the allowance that they used to pay this student. Every government is afraid to make it open gate, so that if the student flats there, the payment increases. So there is a gap that, okay, this year on NTC you are to take only 300 or 300 or if anything 400, and the applicants to the school are almost 6,000, 7,000. Then you begin to scrutinize people by little looks, and some people who don't have the back connections to be on protocol list. How can we have a school that I wanted to serve as a service person and I have to pass through protocol list? I want to come and serve Ghana and I have to pay before I come and serve Ghana. What kind of service am I coming to render? Is it coming from my heart? No. So John Dramani Mahama said that let's take off the bond system and bring more nurses, so that when you go to the patient's room, now the 24-hour economy is equally going to bring back that system. We will come, even if care is not taken, we will come and open the nurses trainings and the teaching colleges, so that we take in more nurses, so that at the hospital one patient at least can have access to one nurse. Not that you go there and one nurse is serving about 6, 10, 9, 15 patients at a go. No. How effective will the person serve you people? That's how come some people die through pain, Ojijo. If we were to allow ourselves to have investigative doctors that will come with prosecutions, some of our nurses and doctors at our hospitals should have been in jail, because negligence and I may say insolence have led to some family members losing their dear ones in the hands of these people. Some due to stress. John Dramani Mahama said, no, let's make it one nurse, 3 patients. Let's open the schools. So, oh no, when I come, I'll restore the allowance. Then the nurses trainees, they fall for that bait. Now the bond system is back. We can't employ. The health system that we have, see the transformation, I may say UGM, University of Ghana Medical School, their hospital there. See the reach, how we change it. See how we bring all the things that the NDC always give us good, even in Ho here. It is the NDC that raised the then clinic at Leprosarium to polyclinic status. We brought Trafalgar, the current regional hospital. It was built by the NDC. Under the able leader of John Rawlings, we were able to raise the status of the municipal hospital. Now who has the mandate? So we have a lot to invest in healthcare. But John Dramani Mahama said, let him be a president. And he will do it. And he can do it. He has done it before. And he can do it and do it better. Not somebody who, by promising, we call it trail promising. You are trailing somebody. When Jijo said, oh, I'm going to do, when I come, I will get you a diamond ring with speckles. Then I will come and say, no, if me, I come, I will give you speckle rings with the diamond ball. You know, the other way around. We don't do it like that. We don't do it like that. This 1st December promise that he said dialysis people to go on. I am telling Ghanaians on authority that they cannot do it. They are going to, you see, he's wise, so he's a con guy. He said they will pilot it. You hear him? Did you hear the video?
And there's a large number of people, so if they want to just start, it might be an issue. So is it still an issue?
No, John Dramani Mahama is not coming to pilot the thing.
Okay.
Oh, we won't pilot it. Somebody is also suffering at Tamale.
Is it okay for us to politicize this dialogue?
No, the thing is that it is the responsibility of every government to cushion the lives of its citizens. So the chronic diseases like this, some of them has not been found by anything. It has been found by the intakes, the product. That is why you see elsewhere, the number of diseases that accumulate within a certain community and a country can cause me to send FDA to court. I have to sue that authority. Hey, when you see their mandate, they can be sued though. We are just joking. They allowed poisons into the system. They allowed poisons into the market. And we are consuming it. And now the effect of the poison is affecting our kidneys and other parts of our bodies. Then it is now the duty of the government. It is now the duty of government to at least solve us, to at least take away that presumes that, oh, as it stands right now, let me also check this part. The dialysis people who are on these kidney issues, when you watch what brought them to that level, it's nothing than their food, life system, lifestyles. It is not something that, well, maybe some people put it in a superstitious way. They say, you see, but that's not the issue. But when you go to the main one, the things that we consume, the question here is, how did the things get their way to the shelves? It is the duty of government to check those things for us.
Right. I'm taking you back because I have a question here for you to our first story.
Yeah.
Jijo, please let your guests know that climate change goes beyond the fight against Galamsey. The discussion has centered on political activism, but for those of us committed to environmental protection, we would like to hear about specific climate plans from their manifesto. That is from the NDC's manifesto. So it went on to give a brief. It says, climate change by SDG, the UN Sustainable Development Goal 13, climate action, urges countries to cut greenhouse gas emissions, strengthen resilience to climate disasters, and include climate measures in national policies. It promotes global cooperation to protect vulnerable communities and secure a sustainable future. But the question has to do with what your measures are going to be in the fight against the climate change in your manifesto.
As the questioner has rightly asked, when you open our manifesto about climate change, is there. We tackle it fully, how we are coming to tackle the situations on the ground. We've done it before. We introduced the reforestation project. We introduced the other systems that we realize that it can help us. When it comes to building the first ever longest sea defense belt in Ghana was built by the elsewhere NDC government. We know it, we promise, and we will do it. We started a project at the tidal waves, against the tidal waves at Jita, come to Adina area there before we were booted out of power then. So as for checking the climate change, we have a policy for it. And even as it stands, we have promised the people of Keta, when we come back, the sea defense phase 2, phase 3, we will continue to check those things. And we will go back to the afforestation system that we normally use to restore our broken forests and all that. So he should open up to our manifesto page 103, and he can read from there up to what we have there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope he has answered your question or addressed it in a way by quoting to you the page in their manifesto where to find that. Alright, so every Friday at Victor Electronics is Black Friday. So tomorrow, another Friday, the 15th day of November, it's a Black Friday at Victor Electronics. Visit any of our showrooms and then be a part of the 90% discount on your dream electronic device. A lot of goodies to choose from this and every Friday at Victor Electronics. 32 inches going for 1,200. That's Insta buy prices. Kettle 69, Ghana Cedis. Blender 189. Double door refrigerator 1,699. Standing or ceiling fan 220. 7 kg washing machine 1,799, which is coming with a free detergent. Tabletop refrigerator 1,699. Infinite Smart 8. 64 plus 3, that's 1,250 plus free baby mat. And then the baby mat itself is 39 Ghana cedis. HP laptop core, i5 8 gig RAM 265 SSD is 2,899. NASCO 1.5 horsepower air conditioner 3,699. Rice cooker 240. 6 kg cylinder 210. Sewing machines 950 Ghana cedis. Keypad phone 99 Ghana cedis. And then iron 89. Gas stove with glass 240. 100-liter chest freezer 2,599. Then Solidarity raffle prices are also here. So visit our showroom this and every Friday in the month of November at RTC near the Commercial Bank, Civic Center adjacent NIB, MTN office adjacent Star Life Insurance. Call 0242 959 795. 0242 959 795. Victor Electronics, your electronics superstore. 9:27. It's our time, and we've been joined by William Tenu. He's representing Movement for Change. Yes. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, by grace.
Okay, so you, should I say it?
I'm late. I'm sorry.
All right.
Sorry for being late.
We are moving on, and so when you are late, well, we don't go back to the stories we have discussed.
Sure.
And so we are moving forward to the next one. What we have here is still health related, but this time around it's from the NHIS in regards to the earlier story we have discussed. So I'll read the details of it. Then you have your bites. Okay. So together we have Kerubin Kofiziga sitting in for the NDC, and then William for Movement for Change. All right. NHIA assures free dialysis rollout on track with additional machines for treatment. Maybe I should have put the two together, but don't worry. The National Health Insurance Authority has dispelled concerns that the free dialysis policy may be at risk before its launch. According to the authority, it is expediting arrangements to provide additional dialysis machines to facilitate participating in the policy rollout. NHIA CEO Dr. Da Costa Abuaji confirmed that the World Bank has already approved funding to ensure a smooth rollout, aiming to save hundreds of patients. This reassurance comes after one of the major referral centers expressed sufficient resources to implement the policy. In an interview, CAF Deputy Medical Director Dr. Yao Opari Labe expressed that the hospital currently has only 7 functional machines and urgently needs more. We are hoping that the government will support us. This has been done recently. And I think I can mention Kolebu, who were given 30 dialysis machines, he said. And we have 7. And if you look at the number of patients we see in our catchment area, we certainly need more help, unquote. So he added that the patient's workload would worsen without additional machines. However, NHIA's Dr. Da Costa Abuaji reassured that plans are already underway to equip CAF and other facilities with additional machines, ensuring a smooth launch in December. And the rest are his quotes, but let me conclude on this. Meanwhile, Dr. Abuaji announced that the National Health Insurance Scheme has cleared a legacy debt of 1.2 billion Ghana cedis inherited in 2017. Addressing the Ghana Medical Association, he stated that the scheme is now financially stable and well positioned to fulfill its mandate effectively. So I'll allow Kerubin to rest on this, and then I'll come to you, William. This has to do with our health. So our earlier story was on the next NDC government will prioritize affordable health care for all, and Kerubin chipping the free dialysis, program to be launched December 1, and which will take effect December 1. This is assurance from the National Health Insurance with some funding already from the World Bank to help equip more machines delivered to facilities that are lacking for a smooth rollout of this policy.
All right, Dijo, on these questions
I wanted to give you some rest, or you want to continue before William comes in?
Oh, okay. Let William come. Okay, let him come, because I wanted to continue from where you landed about that questions. That at first I roll it in whilst we were talking about ours. So I just want to continue from where I stopped at my earlier submission. I want listeners to also have another
it's
voice.
Not you that wanted that.
Yes, I want that. You got it. That.
I want to start
yes.
with him. All right, William.
Okay. I'll first say good morning to our listeners and my brother Carobin.
Even before you move on, let me do this announcement quickly. So we have Movement for Change joining us soon on the opinion segments. As and when they are available, their reps are available, they will join us. We still have NPP, we still have NDC. We'll have Movement for Change. So if LPG is listening, they want to bring. If Chida is listening, they want to bring. You're all welcome on board. Let's proceed.
Okay, thank you. Greetings to my brother, Carobin. I would say that this is a good call, but just that it has come very late. The policy. Yes, it's Echimegbe.
It's better late than never.
But after majority of the people are dead and gone.
Do you have any statistics that
show
the majority
even
are dead
when I can't give out statistics, but you could realize that when Kolebu was closed down, the president for is it the kidney patients or whatever came out. Yes, and he said a lot that there are people are dying, and I think that one way or the other, this is just a way of buying people's vote by telling them that from 1st December we are launching a free dialysis, and no other person is saying it than Dr. Baumia, and this is something I think we should not do politics with, because yesterday I was watching Joy News.
Would it have been a reality if it were to be coming from someone else other than Dr.
To me, yes. If it were to be coming from the CEO of NHIA, I would take it very serious, because he himself came yesterday. I was watching Joy News when he said that doing politics with NHIS.
Okay.
So, politician, even though he is also a politician, but I want to say that this should not come from Dr. Baumia. It should be coming from the NHIS Secretariat itself to us, the people. But in your initial submission, you said it's better late than never. So,
I am just asking. I'm not saying. It's a saying.
Yes. So I also say that once it will favor the rest of the people that are not yet dead, I think.
Do you think it's going to favor them? Do you think it's a policy that is going to be sustained after the election? If there is change of government, we didn't see it.
Looking at the sustainability aspect, it should be coming once you are implementing a project. You have to tell us how you will sustain it. So for me, I just listen to
sustain it and make sure that
they didn't tell us or they said
affects the life of many is for us to get more equipment, of which we are told that World Bank has, given us some funds for that.
And as at now, they are even waiting for PPA approval before they will go and buy the machines. And this one too is a problem. If you are still waiting, these kidney issues are very delicate issues that need speed, that need proper attention. So if we are saying that something like this, we still need PPA approval. It is not everything we do in this country that we use PPA approval. There are things they do through single source. Am I lying?
It's true.
So why is it that procuring of machines that will go a long way to save people's life, we are still waiting for PPA approval before we can procure machines? So for me, I don't have much to say. We are waiting. Everything we try to implement in this country has a problem. So we are waiting to see if this one
is your party having solution to those problems?
Fine. My leader will have a solution,
anyway,
but he has never come out to tell us that these are some of the solutions he will give. But I know he has solution, and one of the solution is timely solution, not when people are dying and last minute we realize things are not going to work for us, so let us try and then pass certain things and say that, oh, this is what we will do immediately. I think it is wrong. But I know my leader, if he were to be the president today, would have done this thing earlier than they are doing today. So that's what I
so
I have
you think
to say.
it's just something to score?
It's a political
points,
yes,
and then after
yes.
the election, we might
To me,
be
that's what I
struggling
think.
to continue with its
Sure,
implementation.
sure.
Me, me, I will not say political point. I will say political gimmick. It's just something gimmick. It's just something they want to play with us. On a more serious note, as submitted by Willie, processes that goes to procurement of machines under public authorities are there. An agent situation needs an agent solution.
Sure.
So when people are dying, recently even Kolebu has to increase the fee to at least to be able to even sustain the service. Such job, this thing is not easy. People goes through dialysis at least 3 times, sometimes 4 times a week. And each section you have to pay 360 plus Ghana cedis. So a whooping month, you are living by grace on money. So we don't toy with people's emotions and feelings with promises against the hopes of their life.
So at least this one is not saying that when we come to power, they said December before you even go to the
I am
election,
telling you something.
that
The government has all the requisite powers to cushion these people long ago.
all right, so that this issue pop up somewhere July this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had the back and forth, the close.
Yes, the question is that, let me tell you, in statistics, we call something that problem just don't pop up a day. It lingers on. It lingers on for a time before it pops up. The question is, as at those stages, what was government doing? Was government not aware that there is a lingering danger that is ahead against maybe kidney people who are using the dialysis? The dialysis that even we own today in some of our hospitals were privately donated. I remembered the CEO for First Sky Group of Company. Yes, Eric Toche. I remembered him giving some out. Just Pond group of companies also giving out. Pentecost Church. I remember people donating these things. The question here is, what was government's position then until the problems pops up? So promising the people against 1st December, and if I were to have chance to become a president, there are some institutions that I will take it out of direct influence of presidential authority or maybe influence. You see, the health insurance institutions is nothing than another government party activist organisms that comes to quickly to defend government when even if they are failing in that scheme. But if we were to be in a proper jurisdiction, this scheme has to be an autonomous scheme that stands, only get funds directly with their budget. Nobody influence their hierarchy. Nobody appoint and fires. No, they come by merit of hard work, promotions. But we don't do it like that in this hour. What come? The current government, when they were in opposition, has already promised all the district offices directors to their secretaries and promised NADMO directors to their organizers before they even come to power. The question is that those party activists, how competent will they be when you give them such institutions? We don't do it like that. But this is how far we have come in terms of Ghana politics. But I pray one day that things will change, because the CEO of the health insurance coming to say, things will roll out. The question here is Dr. Baumia promising against the rollout of that of the NHIS, or is the NHIS that is working towards the rollout of Dr. Bawumia's promise?
Well, so maybe from what, not to say, from what I have read, you realize that what Dr. Bawumia said is not as if it's a new thing. So NHIS is already underway with this, and then he has come to announce.
Okay, so the case here is that should it didn't start on 1st December, who is to be blamed?
Dr. Bawumia.
Maybe we said the procurement of the machines. Maybe the
so we now shift the blame from Dr. Bawumia to NHIS. Which should it be? You can't just come and, you see, we can't give a separate promise under one situation. We don't do that.
We can't give the blame to the NHIS. We will blame Dr. Bawumia because he came out to tell us that they are rolling out something on 1st December. That's why in my initial submission I said that if this is coming from the CEO, I'll take it, and anything that will happen in future I can blame the NHIS. But this is coming from the vice president, so I will blame the vice president who doesn't work at NHIS.
And we are of the fear that the thing will not come on that first, and he is coming to assure us that fear should be taken off. No matter what it is, the rollout is coming on the 1st. So I was asking, under whose auspices the promise was made? Is it under the auspices of the NHIS or the current vice president and the presidential nominee of the MPP? So at the end, who are we to blame? It will come to the news, that if perhaps 1st December and this rollout did not come on, they will shift the blame to NHIS because they failed to procure the machines on time. And the procurement of the machines is not just the matter. Where are the bloods? Where are the bloods? Do they have the bloods at the blood banks? Or they think that the people are going to use the machine with water? It's a lie. Even as it stands right now, there is a shortage of blood. Even the usual one they will use for normal
in
operations.
Ghana or Trafalgar, or where? Where's the shortage coming from?
The shortage is coming at Trafalgar here. There's a blood shortage. If I have a patient right now, they will ask me to go and bring people. They will ask me to go and bring people to come and donate blood or
so give. When they give it to you, at least there'll be some left again to be given to someone. Hello?
And then if in
we
case,
don't manufacture blood,
yes, in case in other advert time, I should have said that, they should use somebody's blood for the person so that
you donate. Are you a donor?
Yeah, I've donated before, but I'm not the normal donor. So at least you see this thing, we want to put it on a good policy. President Mahama said that he will do it free on a good policy, that we know that the dialysis, this fund is solely for dialysis treatment, the blood system. Okay, we encourage donors. When you go and donate blood, there is certain cushioning of your system. We will restore back the food to you. We'll put you on good health. Anybody who comes there to donate, there is we encourage institutions, we encourage individuals, we encourage groups to be donating blood, and they don't go and do it free. There must be a certain fund that will cushion their at least energies, and the blood that they have already given out, something must restore. So you get funds and programs for all these things. Procurement of the machines, as my brother said, and the agency must be sole sourcing. That one, Ghanaians will understand that this is about life and death situation. Then you are passing through the ones that need PPA approval, they will not pass there because there is no trouble there to take. But the ones that they want to chop with left and right, they will go and do sole sourcing. Imagine they're putting in medicine that even as if it were to be a serious jurisdiction, our health minister should have been in jail by this time. Look at how they sole source the procurement of that very vaccine, which at the end was even a hoist. We claim the finance minister said they have released fund. The minister said they have not released. Ghana, my dear Ghana. And these people are still at post, working freely. And someone who this morning or asked yesterday go for somebody's bunch of plantain is going to be jailed this morning. When people who has broad daylightly stolen everything that belongs to us. That's Sputnik Machima Sputnik V vaccine. And at the end, we don't know how the money was in, and these people just toy with us. And when the heat was on, the minister said he's taking a leave. He went home, relaxed, enjoy himself, and come back to work. Oh, until when? And all these things come, then you come to finance minister, so they have paid them. They have paid all the money. The minister came to parliament and said, no, you are lying under oath. Lying under oath. Before anybody who appears before parliamentary floor must speak nothing but the truth. That's why when you go there, you see the symbol of the axe standing there in front of the speaker. But we have taken everything, the laid down procedures, the traditional status of everything, we are making it like that. It's just a joking thing. So to me, I may say that this first December thing, if it did not come on, really, we don't know who to blame. Because when the problem comes to Bawumia will fire it to NHIS. That they have delayed the process. In other words, Dr. Bawumia, as I said in my earlier submission, he is very cunning. He said they will pilot it.
No, they have piloted.
So he's now going to move it from. You see, I was telling a friend, as it stands right now, do we know the machines at Trafalgar here? Trafalgar is having a serious referral cases. So seriously, it came to a point of time we have to raise funds on our WhatsApp platform to support a friend. We contribute. Do you realize that the numbers just start dropping? We started with about 45 people. The next one, we only get 30. We with 15, 12. Before it was only left with 4 people. Then we couldn't contribute again. Because the money was just going like that. Just going like that. Just going. Anytime we visited him, there is this young girl. I think they said she's a teacher training girl. Hey, Jijo, don't go there. It's very pathetic. This girl will be there. We'll be crying. Then they will take her to them. Say, what type of system is this? One blood is coming from here and the other one. Every day, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pints of blood they have to use every day that they go through that machines. So we don't toy with people's expectation in this type of healthcare that you come without any record. Tomorrow, you hear that the machines are there. We don't have blood. They will tell us something that will make it that the 1st December, the reason why it could not be rolled out nationally was this.
Okay.
So to me, 6 days to election. And you promise to save our life. So that after we vote, what next? So to me, it's not even for political point, but it's a gimmick that wants to lure us into another Father Christmas promises.
All right, you have your last bite, and
sure.
Let's see if I can activate the phone lines and end it
Sure.
here.
I just want to say that Ghanaians should stop taking Dr. Bawumia serious.
Why?
In anything he says.
Why?
It has been 8 years of lies, 8 years of not being consistent, and 8 years of bringing hardship through certain implementations that has come from Dr. Bawumia, to us. Again, he is coming to tell us that 1st December, they will be implementing free dialysis policy. Please, if you are listening to me, I just want to tell you that don't take the man serious. Just be praying that it works. If it doesn't work, don't put all your hope on him. Try and get something down. If it works, fine. If it does not work, take care of yourself. I know kidney problem is a very serious thing, because I have a friend who is currently suffering from kidney problem, and it is not easy. His has gone bad to the state where he even told me that where his has gotten to, it is only God. Nothing can happen. And at times, and any time he doesn't take the dialysis, you could realize that he will not be breathing well. And this is very serious. So I want you, if you are a kidney patient listening to me, or you are a Ghanaian, please do not listen to Dr. Bawumia. Do not. I am coming from his camp, and I'm telling you today that don't listen to Dr. Bawumia. Don't listen to him. He has lied through his teeth for a very long time. It is 8 years. Let us ignore the man and focus on our life and look at a candidate that can change the situation, the bad situation of this country. And I want to present Honorable Alan Kojo Kyerematen to you. Come December 7, go out and vote for him. He is the only candidate that we can give Ghana to handle. As for Dr. Bawumia, just throw him somewhere. He doesn't have anything to give us. He doesn't have anything to do.
And Honorable Alan Kyerematen has?
Yes. I again want to say this. Dr. Bawumia.
Opportunity to tell us a few of the things.
Yes, one of the things is Honorable Alan Kyerematen under Nana Akufo-Addo's government has been able to create over 150 one district, one factory. He has again brought in automotive companies to come and assemble cars in Ghana. These are some of the things we can look at from the man, even though the budget they have been given to his ministry is even lower, far lower than their NAPCO, the NAPCO that they brought. NAPCO has received more budget than Alan Kojo Kyerematen, but the man has performed with the meager budget that has been given to him. 2, when it comes to the economic management team that started from 2017, the main person that was behind the economic progress of NPP from 2017 up to 2019, when things started going haywire, was Alan Kojo Kyerematen. That was the main reason why after 2020, when things turned bad, he was the only person that has been going from studio to studio in the government. Even Dr. Bawumia didn't go anywhere. He went out to go and preach the reason why the NPP must go to IMF. If Madam Joy, you can, how do I say? You can help me if I'm lying. You can see Alan Kojo Kyerematen going from studio to studio to explain. Even though Dr. Bawumia was the main person that helped Ken Ofori-Atta to destroy the economy, but Alan took it upon himself to preach, to tell Ghanaians the reason they must, the NPP must go to IMF. So I have a firm belief that Alan Kojo Kyerematen, if given the nod to become the president of this country, can change our situation from bad to good. He can change a lot of things in this country that has never happened before. He is talking about industrial revolution, agriculture and everything. You see the bounce back of state farms in this country, where everything that we need, we will not go hungry again. And Alan Kojo Kyerematen will not go hungry again. So please, Dr. Bawumia doesn't have anything. I am telling you, I have been an NPP member before, and we fought for Nana to become the president.
All right. Today,
they have destroyed this country. I'm telling you, with Dr. Bawumia.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's William Tenu, representing Movement for Change today on our show. All right, tomorrow Friday we are back again. Caribbean Coffee Ziga, please run up for me.
Yep. My running up is just that we are bringing Ghanaians a good news. We are resetting Ghana, try to rebuild everything from the scratch, because we realize that the past 8 years, all the hard works that the government laid down for our brothers to come and build on, as rightly said by William, and then they were, like I said earlier with our private conversation, that when you are at the other side of the fence, you'll be liking to jump into the middle of the field. When you get in before you realize, that's how it is. When they were in opposition, they were promising the people, Dr. Baumia, they would say, hey, Dr. Baumia, you have never been a president before. The way you are promising these people, you have never been a president before. Because if I am there and what you are saying was not, and it's real. At times, when I was in an assemblyman, I expected things to be done this way, I got to the municipal assembly and I realized, no, this is not how things are done yet. Things are done with this track, you see. And at times, you look discouraged. No, you look disappointed, but not discouraged, though. So to me, they were promising us heaven and earth. 1 cedi, $1. Today, 1 cedi, 70 cedis, $1. They promised a whole heaven. Now today they are moving from the economy. He said it, that Dr. Baumia helped Ken Ofori-Atta destroy this economy. And today, had it not been that William's boss is booted out of MPP, will he sit on radio and say these things? They can't say it. They can't say it. Yes, he was booted out because from day one, they wanted to horn him. Because you, Nana Akufo-Addo, you are not an honest man. You are a rhetoric president. You told your friend that, oh, let us not go for runoff. When I finish, after all, you will be the next person in the line. And gentleman, we call it gentleman agreement. Gentleman agreement. You couldn't honor it. Then, when it's time to give the thing to Doctor, you people have been calling him cash. It's his money that you have been chopping 10 times. Who gave him Alan Cash? Is it not MPP people? Because he has been spreading them money. They chop the money finish. Then you bring this young boy. When Alan was part of the party, Dr. Baumia was doing his doctorate and learning under Bank of Ghana. What was he doing with the party? But today, you use the young man and crisscross Alan. So his leader was booted out. Not that he was booted out. If he were not to be booted out, he would not be here and say that Dr. Baumia destroyed the economy.
Good morning. This issue is the issue of free dialysis or not is not an issue. How can anybody believe Dr. Baumia? Is it simply a third term of Nana Addo? Period. Look, the people are polluting the waters and inflicting kidney and other renal diseases on Ghanaians, and they said what? Will the dialysis heal the people of the disease? I will. There are so something missing there. Other costs of. I will tell you there are other costs to the treatment. Are we interested in managing a sickness, treating or preventing it? All right.
So they should stop the galamsey now.
Thank you for the message. I hope I got all that you wanted to, send through this medium to our listeners. Thank you for your message. All right. Thanks to our guests for joining us. Yep, no phone calls. Thank you. William Tenu, representing the Movement for Change. Kerube Kofi-Ziga, NDC. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. Hope to see you some other time.
Thank you.
Thanks to all our listeners for listening. Thanks for your messages. Thanks for calling in. We've come to the end of today's edition of the Global Morning Show. See you tomorrow. And a brief one here to all of us, that tomorrow, 15th November, marks a third anniversary of the demise of our boss, the late Madame Jifa Ativo. And there's going to be Jifa Ativo's walk on the 23rd of November and a wreath laying ceremony also. So everyone is invited to that program, especially the health walk. Thank you. We'll end it here. My name is Joyce Jijo. Follow thanks to the team, Frank Abotems. And we are back tomorrow again. We are going to prepare ourselves and come back with more topics for discussion. Keep listening to the rest of our programs. Stay safe, stay out of trouble. Remember, you need to exercise your vote. You need to vote for change. and be able to digest the issues well and what you are voting for. See you tomorrow.